Shit, we're live.
We're live.
Diza.
I've got to set. Fuck. You said that there was a D&D category.
There should be. I'm doing it to YouTube, so I don't have one, but Twitch might.
Yeah, there's a Dungeons and Dragons category.
Thick.
I'm guessing my ping I got was from.
From
Yep, it's here.
From Carl Bot. Yeah.
About...
All right.
That's you, Carl Bot. I'm trying to remember how to access the bloody game.
Yeah.
Or access the VTT.
I have it pinned in text.
Okay.
Are we using Roll20?
No, we're using maps.
Okay.
It's also pinned in text.
Waiting for your DM to start the game session. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, shit, I am lagging behind. Hold on. Okay.
How did I get here?
Can I do /loop for? Yes, I
All right,
can do
stand by,
/loop.
everybody.
Cool. There we go. Hello, everyone. We are Tales of Volnaria, and we're introducing a new player to the table today, the metaphorical table, I guess. But
Spiritual
I
table.
don't do well with metaphors.
Metaphors, yes. Fuck, I can't read that. Hold on. The party has been through quite a bit these last few days. You were hired by a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker, who asked him to help you deliver supplies to the city of Phandalin, in order to help him and his brothers with a mining project they were working on, though he was a little bit vague about it. Unfortunately, you ultimately have come to believe he may have been captured and murdered by a group of goblins who stopped you on your way to Phandalin and ambushed you. Though you dispatched them and finished making your way to Phandalin, once you got there, you dropped off the supplies you were bringing at Barthen's Provisions and made your way to the local tavern, where you made conversation with a group of locals, learning about a group of ruffians known as the Red Brands who were causing trouble and hustling local businesses. You spoke with a young boy about the location of the Red Brands hideout, and also spoke with his mother about heading to the ruined town of Thundertree to locate a druid named Radoth, who may know the location of Cragmaw Castle, Wavoko Cave, or both. You then went and dispatched a few Red Brands at another local tavern called the Sleeping Giant, and ultimately went and took care of the Red Brand problem in general, going down into their hideout and dispatching quite a few of them, as well as their leader, Iarno Glassstaff, Albrecht. Ultimately, upon his demise, you learned the name of the group who the Red Brands were working for, known as the Black Spider. And after that, you made your way out of the hideout and began to make your way back to Phandalin before noticing a little bit off the path a young white-coated Harengon engaged in battle with a group of Red Brands and a bugbear, and it seems he might have bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. And I would like the 4 initial party members to roll initiative for me, please.
Gah! There's a person who's getting attacked.
Oh no!
Oh, do you guys think we maybe should go help him?
I rolled a nat 1.
Of course.
You're not alone.
Oh, guys! All right.
Hey, look, I got a 14. Okay.
Why is
We're trying to save up.
All right.
We're trying to save up our skills for later.
Let me roll Bart's. He got a 16.
I'm gonna grab
Which
some
was
water.
a
real
dark
quick.
vision, though.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Tell you
Would we
what,
have initiative on it? Would we have advantage on a initiative roll in
I
the dark
would-
if we have dark vision?
yes, I would say everyone who has dark vision roll at advantage for your initiative.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay,
18.
I finally.
18.
Yeah, that checks out. I finally get good on an initiative roll. and the fact that I
Look, you're
can't
still
fucking
pretty
see in
high
the
up.
dark.
Look, yeah.
So I got it.
At least you're not rolling with disadvantage.
Greg
Natalie,
doesn't
you said
have dark vision, I don't think.
18.
Natalie 18. And then it
Yep.
was a 14 for Ponder. Looks like Garak. What was yours?
1.
1. That's right. All right. And
Oh boy, we're doing great.
let me go ahead and
That's 60.
oh, that's right. I've loop
Yes.
on. Hold on.
I was thinking this sounded like really good combat music. So,
Oh, were you? Were you?
well, yeah. Now, Droop, just watch and learn for a minute on how to act like a hero or something like that.
It's being stupid again. These music bots. These music bots. Hold on.
Oh.
You can't see any of the commands, so there we go.
I can't see you flub up.
Great. So Sky rolled a 24 for his initiative I had him roll, which means he will be going first.
All right. Well, my first course of action will be to immediately swing my mace at the bugbear.
At the bugbear?
Correct.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll for attack, please. Do Herringons have night vision?
I don't believe I do.
Roll disadvantage them. You are close to him, but it's still pretty dark.
Well, disadvantage would mean I had an 8.
Unfortunately, that does not hit. However, it is. Is there anything else you would like to do? Move around? Anything?
You know what? I will use my bonus action to use Rabbit Hop.
Ah.
Boing.
Oh, yeah.
Bang.
And immediately jump 10 feet back and
Back.
start to... Now, hold on.
Now hold on.
Now, hold on. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not
you're good.
misreading this.
You're good.
I'm trying to look at my spirits, see like the summoning rules on it again.
I know it's
I'm
going to
just
be a
going
little
to
while for me, so I'm
make
going
the
through and
assumption that
re-editing
it
my character.
uses my movement when I do that, or the movement required.
That one I'm not sure about because I've never. Hold on, let me.
It doesn't specifically state it uses movement. It's just as a bonus action, I can jump 10 feet without provoking opportunity.
Bonus action, you can jump 10 feet. If it doesn't say so, then you don't use speed to do that. You can only use this trait if speed is greater than 0. You can use it 2 times. Yeah, from the looks of it, you can just do that. It doesn't count against your movement.
Yeah. So you still
Alright.
would have your actual full movement.
And then with the rest of my movement, I run closer towards the clear-cut path and see everyone else.
All right.
Well, that's ominous. Thunderstruck.
Don't worry,
I
you're
hear
not
it.
with them.
And that'll be my turn.
All right.
That's
Which it is
Horrifying.
now Red Brand 3's turn, and he will. He kind of saw your movement a little bit, so he'll just kind of stumble in that direction. I think. will have him go. I will go here. He will lose nothing because he does not have a ranged attack. That will be his turn. Means it's Natalie's turn.
You know what? I'm feeling like just jumping into combat.
Yeah?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my feline agility as a bonus action. Or as a free action. As a free action, because it doesn't take any action.
Yep.
And I'm just going to move right here.
I'll have you know it's called zoomies. Thank you.
Yes, it's called
I will
zoomies.
use the zoomies. I will use the zoomies. Take my action to summon my wildfire spirit. Right here, right beside me, which this red brand isn't fully in a square.
Yep. He isn't? Hold on.
No, he's like between two.
Ooh, let me fix that. I meant to have him there. That'll work.
Okay. And he needs to make for me. Actually, I'd like to. Fuck it. He needs to make for me a dex save.
A dex save?
Yep.
All right. He rolls. It didn't pop up. Hold on. Okay. I will do it myself. It's not popping up in the...
I was gonna say, the first and second save was an 18.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It's being
It's
weird.
up in the game log.
Not for me. But if they were both 18, then that... oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Okay, then he'll succeed his dex save, and I'll use my bonus action to command my spirit to use Flame Seed.
All right.
Well, actually, no, I won't use Flame Seed. I'm going to use Fiery Teleportation instead, because I don't want him to get an opportunity attack on me if I choose to flee. So I will cast Fiery Teleportation, and we will collectively move 15 feet away. So 1, 2... We'll move there, and he needs to now take... He needs to roll for me another dex save.
Another dex save? All right. There we go.
All right,
he rolled an
now
8
he's going to
that
take
time.
1d6 plus 2.
All right.
He takes 5 fire damage.
Woo! 5 damage. All right.
And that'll be the end of my turns.
As Natalie does that, you will see a brilliant flash of orange and red up further down the path as she summons her spirit and then proceeds to use fiery teleportation to move about. And it'll briefly light the area up, and you can see exactly how many enemies there are now. And that's Natalie's turn. So then we come to Bart's turn, who will... He has, what, third? Yeah. Third.
Get him, Bart! But not too hard.
Oh, I'll try my best. You know how it's been going the last few times we've been in combat. And he will use... Oh, I forgot what does this one do? No, that's bad luck. I don't want to do that. He will use... no, that's concentration. That means it'll disappear once I use it. Fuck.
He definitely wasn't thinking about his turn.
No, I was thinking about your turn.
Oh, I know. I'm just messing with you.
Get a load of this guy.
Everyone else's
He was
turn.
dead.
You know what? You know what
You
he's
have to cover
gonna
everyone
do?
else's.
Hold on.
What's he gonna do?
move-
What's he gonna do?
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on Sky, Natalie.
He will come. Where is it? here.
Oh, I need to mark that I used. I used Wild Shape, and I've used my special.
Assuming that he has a clear line of sight,
Does he have a clear line of sight, though?
he will
Not really.
use.
You know what happens when you assume.
He
Oh,
will
no,
pull.
we're friendly.
He will pull Vibrato from his sheath,
Well,
Point
what's
it.
going on? Ah!
point it downwind towards the bugbear and the 2 red brands, and he is going to cast Fireball.
Oh no, this is way. Ah!
As he flicks Vibrato in their direction, he will roll to hit. I believe. Oh no, they have to make a dex save. That's right. I have not used Fireball in a while. So I will have.
I'm downrange. Should I be worried?
No, the way
no.
Fireball works, it won't. You can pick a spot in range.
Yeah. It's a 20-foot
Zoom
sphere.
past me.
So if I cast it like there, you're out of range.
Well, I was more so worried because of.
No, I can pick where it'll go.
It is like a little tiny bead that just shoots through the air and pops at the point where they choose.
Yeah. You will see as he's holding his sword out, it'll kind of glow and blue magic will swirl around it, and then it'll shoot off in the direction of the bugbears and the bugbear and the red brands. And
I didn't ask how big the forest was. I said I cast Fireball.
And they will roll their dex saves. The red brand 1 rolls a 4. He fails. So he will take. We'll go ahead and roll his damage.
Just letting you know, this is just gonna kill those 3.
It's fine. 29.
I know.
Oh dear mother, I hope this forest
So-
doesn't burn.
So he's dead. This one will make his dex save. For a 20. So he will take half damage, I believe.
So that's 14.
14.
Hey, I learned.
He is
Vibrato was
looking.
ridiculous.
He is looking very rough, like incredibly rough. And then the
Also-
bugbear.
As the person who made Vibrato, he hasn't been using most of the things.
No, I have not. I have not. I've been holding back a little bit. The bugbear will make his dex save
It's wizard time.
at a
motherfuckers.
21,
I am.
and he will take 14 damage. And the bugbear's looking pretty rough too. His hair gets singed, and his face has red marks all over it. And you see the forest light up in a brilliant flash of blue. And that is Bart's turn.
Hey, Bart, you said you'd try? Does that look like trying to you?
He's tried well.
The bugbear.
Elliot,
Do bugbears have night? Do bugbears have dark vision?
Bugbears, I believe, do have
Yes.
dark vision.
So the bugbear will move over towards Natalie. Hello, friend. And he will
Hello.
use. He will use his Morning Star and swing down at her, aiming at her head. Rolling to attack.
Too bad you don't get your surprise attack.
At a
Peaches.
That hits.
That hits. All right. And
Yep.
he will roll 2d8 plus 2
Oh boy.
for 9
Ouch.
damage.
I forgot bugbears kind of hurt.
Bugbears do kind of hurt. And we didn't fight one in the dungeon, so I figured I'd throw one in here. All right. And then
Chance.
he will use Actually, no, that's it. That is the bugbear's turn. And we come to Ponder's turn.
Okay.
Look at my ponder.
Well, shit. Have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, well, that's a range. Hold on. Let me, I'm gonna
Listen,
do a little bit of a...
diagonals
That's
are
a
allowed.
square. Oh, well, you know, it's too late for that anyway. Hold up, let me get a 30-foot radius here. So I know
my
who I
God.
can hit. No, it's just so I know who I can hit. Okay.
Nothing.
I can get you two. Yeah, sure. I'll get myself and you two. Hey guys. So it looks like this probably ain't gonna last too long, but you know, have a blessing anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and cast bless on Bart, myself, and Kurok. That is a D4 to any attack rolls or saving throws you make.
Oh, okay.
And then any bonus actions I got that'll help. I have spiritual weapon. I don't want to use that though. It feels a little bit useless at this point. Yeah, that'll be it.
All right. That's your turn?
Yep.
So we come to Redbrand 2, who is looking incredibly rough. He kind of...
I'm just gonna take a nap in the woods over here.
he kind of stumbles a little bit this way, heading towards Natalie as well. But the bugbear's in the way. Can he reach? Yeah.
From diagonal, yeah.
Okay. So he will use his multi-attack short sword and kind of stab towards Natalie. Getting a 21 to hit.
It's... Oh, but it won't be a crit, phew.
No, it won't be a crit. He got a 17. So he will roll his damage at a 5. And then he'll do it again.
We'll see me do it again.
He got a 5 to hit.
Oh, he got a 5 to hit?
He got a 5 to hit.
That misses.
I figured. He tries to swing it at you this time and just kind of throws it into the ground on accident. Oh man, that's not what I meant to do. And that is his turn. Coming to Kurok's turn now.
Yay! How far is everybody?
Pretty far.
How far am I from? Oh,
Like 60 feet from the fray.
Yeah.
I may not be able to do much.
Yeah, I'm
So-
65 feet away from you.
Uh-huh.
I only managed to charge in because, feline agility. And I need to, get the fuck out of here.
All right, and that's my turn.
That's your
Hold on,
turn?
wait. You have a bonus action to dash.
Oh, do I?
That is true.
Yeah.
No.
You can take your action to dash. He can take his action to dash.
Oh, what does a dash entail?
It
Don't
allows
you
you to increase double your movement speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you have cunning action?
I do. It didn't show like I thought it would. So
Might be a
am I
special
able to
action.
attack afterwards, or is that no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Using
dash,
your bonus
no.
action to dash. Well, if he uses his bonus action to dash, then yeah, because he has
okay,
his
yeah.
action still.
Yeah, that works.
Rogue shit.
Yeah. All right.
Oh shit! Is that a rat?
That's no rat. That's the greatest artificer in the world.
It's got to be
I'm
the
the
greatest
greatest
artificer I've ever
artificer in the
seen. Dun, 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 dun.
So it would seem.
I would like to, I guess, throw my dagger at Red Brand 3.
At Red Brand 3? Alright. Do your roll, sir.
You have a
I got
D4 to that,
9.
by the way.
Oh, add a D4?
Yeah.
Wait, for what?
From
you were
Bless.
blessed. You were blessed,
Oh,
my
that's right.
friend.
I knew I was always made for this.
I don't know how much it'll help.
Oh,
Yeah.
That misses. You throw your dagger, and it zooms right past his head. He doesn't notice because of how dark it is, but it like kind of it
Go
kind
ahead.
of shaves the side of his head a little bit.
I've
Guys,
said I'm
I
the
think he
greatest
might
artificer in the world, not the greatest thrower.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he might actually be the greatest artificer
shit.
because he ain't doing good
And then-
on being a rogue.
And then we come to our friend Droop.
Droop, come on, get in on the heroics.
Kidnapped. The goblin that we rescued.
What about Drew?
Hey, we didn't kidnap him. We rescued him.
He was coming with
For
us.
some reason, he's following us.
Droop kind of and he'll kind of move sheepishly towards Ponder and kind of hide behind him a little bit.
Okay, well, that's not very heroic, but I appreciate the effort.
And that's his turn. So we
good job, buddy.
We come back to Sky's turn.
All right. Back into the fray.
Back into the fray.
26 feet? Yeah, I got that. So, I will run up to Red Brand 3 and attempt to hit him with a chill touch.
Chill touch. All right. What does that
I
do?
believe Chill Touch has range.
Chill
So I
touch is a on-touch cantrip.
Oh, it is touch?
Yep, so I'll just have to roll to even be able to touch the man and see what I'll do afterwards.
Regardless, you have a +7, so I'm going to be surprised if you don't hit him.
You'd be surprised.
Nat 20.
Oh, so we're going to go ahead and call that a crit, my friend. So go ahead and roll your damage and then double it.
16 damage total.
That is all of his hit points. How would you like to describe his death?
As I laid my hand on his shoulders, a flash of green light appeared, and slowly his body began to decay from the shoulder, spreading out.
And
He is not but ash.
You see as his face turns into horror before he drops to the ground, a pile of ash.
Kind of backs into Droop for a second and grabs onto his holy symbol.
By Freya's almighty power.
Another soul for you, Mother
I
of
take
Decay.
I take it that it's my turn now.
It is your turn. I thought I said it. I must not have.
Okay, I'm gonna go cone that they both get to roll dex for me.
Oh, they both get to roll dex. All right.
Oh no,
Yeah.
burning jazz hands!
Burning jazz hands.
All right. So the bugbear rolls a 21.
Shit.
The red brand rolls a 15.
Okay, half damage for both.
Half damage for both. All right.
I think that still might be enough for both.
Yeah, it's 3d6, so it depends on how it goes.
Oh, fair. Let's shoot for the 18 end instead of the 3 end.
9. So is it? Do you want rounded up or rounded down? So it's either
It gets-
5 or 4.
It gets rounded down to 4.
Yeah. All right. So that does in Mr. Redbrand 2 here. As you cast Burning Hands, and the orange flame will shoot from your hands. He crumbles. He doesn't crumble. He his body his skin begins to boil and char, and he falls to the ground dead.
right.
But
Um,
Bugbear still He's still looking decent. He's definitely wounded. You can see as more of his body hair has been singed off.
Alright, well, I'm going to then use my bonus action to command my spirit, so give me another dex save.
He rolls a
Nat 20.
nat 20. All right.
Yeah, that looks like a nat 20.
Alright, well, he doesn't take any damage, but I am getting the hell out of Dodge. And I'll move here to be by Kurok.
Hey there.
And I think my spirit will use some of its movement to just reposition in order to just
keep a good line of sight on the bugbear.
and to maintain be the closer target because they can absorb some hit points.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. When you since you left, isn't that opportunity?
No, because I teleport.
No, 'cause- yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can teleport.
Damn,
Good
Zoomy.
looking out, though.
All right, and then that brings us to Bart's turn. If that's the end of your turn, Yadali.
That would be, yes.
All right.
Session
Bart
4, Redbrand.
Bart will move towards the group a bit further. I will say here. And then he will... Let me look real quick. He will use... Have a look. He will look towards Natalie and shout, "You're looking a little rough there, cat. Here, have some health." And he'll cast Healing Word for 9 points of health.
That makes me a lot better off.
And then he will...
Might as well finish your handiwork part.
Oh, you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. After
That feels excessive for one guy.
he will then look towards the bugbear, shout, "You will no longer hurt my friends," and this Herongon folk over here, and he will cast Spray of Cards, doing 13 points of damage. And as the cards spray out, and you see a force wave slam into him, his body crumples to the ground, a scorched and bruised mess, and the bugbear is dead.
Well then. Can I presume initiative order is over?
Yes, the initiative's over.
Okay, I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Alright.
Which, let me grab D8.
Oh,
That gives me 9 hit points, which should heal me back to full. And then, if it's okay, I like to go to approximately here and search the red brand that I killed.
Alright, go for it.
You want me to roll for it, or?
Yes. Please. Roll investigation.
12.
12. You look through the singed pockets of this red brand. Any material items he had on him would likely be burnt to a crisp, but you do find a burnt sack full of 7 gold pieces.
Oh no, it's a dirty sack.
not a filthy sack. And
He's reaching for the sack.
I'll take the 7 gold pieces.
Bart will look towards. I need to turn that down. That's very loud on my side. There we go. That's a bit better. Bart will look towards Sky and say, "You seem to have been struggling a little bit there. You might have bitten off a little bit more than you could chew. But what are you doing all the way out here by yourself in the middle of the night like this?"
I'm hunting them. Every last one. Any chance that I see someone wearing a cloak similar to that, I will immediately try to investigate, and if they seem like they're part of a cult that may or may not have foul intentions, I try to deal with them as quick as possible.
Hey, DM.
I-
Did Bart and Cattingham take off their cloaks?
I was
Yeah,
about
that's
to
what I
whisper,
was
it's like, I
thinking.
think we're still wearing those.
But yes,
But due to you having saved me, I can tell that you're not of the same cloth.
we
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 just robbed
actually we stole these from them. Actually, we just got finished clearing out a hideout under the manor, and he'll point up, like kind of cresting the hill, and he can barely see the top of the ruined manor.
Yeah, Trisanda Manor.
Yes.
I point to Kurok and like, he killed some wizard guy.
Killed some wizard
It was
guy.
fun.
And Droop will
It was gruesome.
Droop will also make his way up.
Well, that was interesting. My new friends are ever so slightly dangerous.
Yeah,
Ever so
you know-
slightly. We weren't doing enough then.
I try to encourage them to, be a little bit more mindful about killing people, but they don't really listen to me. They just kind of do it.
I will say,
We listen.
is anyone going to search the bugbear? Because the bugbear's body is
I'd
mostly
like to,
dead.
yes.
You would like to? All right, go
Yeah.
for it. Roll investigation.
check. Okay. 15.
15. As you ruffle through the bugbear's filthy sack, at the bottom your hand touches something metal, and as you grab it and pull it out, it's a door handle. Just
DM, I don't like your description of what he's doing.
You don't like the description of rifling through his filthy sack?
No.
as
No, not.
as Natalie pulls her hand out, I will say, for the sake of it, someone has either lit a lantern or cast light of some sort, and everyone can
Light!
see.
I'll just say that I'm using I'm holding produce flame in my other hand.
Everyone can look at Natalie and see she's holding just a door handle. That's it's odd. It would be a weird thing for them to have on them.
That's certainly a strange thing to be carrying.
I look at us like, did he rip off a door? Did he? Where did he?
I don't think you
What?
should be touching knobs out of a bugbear's filthy sack.
I specifically did not say knob.
But
But I would
Who carries a
like
door handle on them.
Are you sure that's sanitary?
I would like
No.
for hold on. Natalie, can you roll an Arcana check for me, please?
Sure. Let's see what I got in Arcana.
You have a plus
18.
1. 18. You can feel as you hold this surprisingly shiny and well-kept looking handle, you can feel it. There's a slight blue glint to it, and you can feel there's magic running through it.
A magic door handle?
I had one of those back at my house.
I'm sure you do, Kurok. I'm sure you do. What on earth was? Why would a
Hey.
door handle be magical?
And
That is
Natalie,
quite weird.
I would like for you to go to your extras in your inventory, your other possessions, and add a, I'm going to call it a handle of clear step.
Okay. I've got a lot of stuff on me.
Let me go to my screenshots real quick because I took a screenshot of the description, but my Opera crashed, so it reset before I could save it. So I'm going to have to make the item afterwards. But I will post this in general for all to see in a Volnaria text.
Handle that once per day allows the user to place it on a wall and creates a magical door. Go through the wall to the room on the other side if there is one. If there's
Rock
not,
just
it's
wanders
placed
his
in
way
the
into the wood. Ignore him for a minute.
Rock, be careful,
Oh.
would you?
Howdy there, by the way. Sorry, my friends were a little bit busy defiling the corpses of the recently dead. My name is Ponder. It's nice to meet you.
Oh,
Look.
A
Finders
unassumingly
keepers.
friendly lizard.
Do what?
An unassumingly friendly turtle. How can I help?
Oh, well, I was just introducing myself. It seemed like you were the one who needed help. Or well, it looked like that until you made a guy turn into dust.
One moment. I'll be back in just a second.
Yep.
I can still.
Oh, that
Bungie rapish.
is. Is there something up with this little lizard?
Karak,
Don't
down.
mind him. He's
Karak.
Karak.
I'm the world's greatest artificer.
Roll deception.
Really?
Sky, roll
19.
insight.
Well, if everyone's saying so, I will believe you.
Um,
You know, one of these days he's gonna get me to believe him.
Bart will walk up and kind of gently nudge Karak to the side so he can look at Sky's face and look and say, "You're a Herringon."
Look at his face for that.
No, let me finish talking.
Okay.
The ears didn't
I-
give it away.
I haven't seen one, especially of your coat pattern, since I was a little boy, and I still lived in the Feywild. What are you doing here?
Well, I don't remember much of the Feywild myself. I'm just purging a sect of a cult for personal reasons.
Okay. I won't pry further, but I suppose if you would like to join us, we're kind of sniffing out a bit of a cult ourselves. They're called the Black Spider. And as Bart says that, Sky, you will have a twinge of recognition to that name. You will recognize that the Black Spider and the cult who is associated with your backstory did work together at some point in the past.
You said Black Spider?
Yes, that's what the letter I read said.
Yeah, supposedly the
could-
these red brands are working with him.
I would like to approach the two of y'all, and I pull the letter out of my backpack and just show it to Sky. Allow him to get a quick read through it.
Let me hold on. I don't have the letter prepared. I didn't know you were gonna do that.
The unsuspected.
Hold on.
I mean, I had it in my pack.
I know you had it in your pack, but I didn't think you were gonna pull it out that quick. Hold on.
I'm still waiting on my letter from Bart, but yeah, that's other news.
We have
You-
not
you
had
poor
time
thing,
to
Thunder.
sit down.
He just wants a love letter.
As Sky looks at the letter, it reads, Lord Ulbrich,
My spies in Neverwinter tell me that strangers are due to arrive in Phandalin. They could be working for the dwarves. Capture them if you can, kill them if you must, but do not allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possession are delivered to me post haste. I'm counting on you, Iano. Don't disappoint me, Black Spider.
Yeah, that kobold with us, Kurok, kind of just killed a wizard with effortlessly. I'm honestly
Yeah,
still surprised, but
it was a single
we were
swing.
those folks from Fandom. We were those folks from Neverwinter that they were talking about. I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
talking like this.
Interesting.
They were the ones from Neverwinter.
Well, it seems like my goal will coincide with yours.
Yes, it does
I'm
seem
after
so.
I'm after the cult I'm hunting and anyone who's worked with them in the past.
Well, it appears that does kind of coincide, considering these folks apparently worked with them.
Does indeed. I say, why don't we head back to the inn in town? Find a.
No, not that end, please. No.
It's either that or we
I have
camp.
a
It's either that or we camp in the middle of the woods.
I would
Honestly,
actually
I'm
prefer
sure we
that.
still have to
Do it.
buy some
All
things
right.
from Mr. Goodberry.
We can visit Mr. Goodberry in the morning.
No,
I'm sure he's close, but I'd rather stay here than go back to that fucking inn.
but
Yeah, everything there had a film over it. I'm not.
Natalie. Would you rather?
Would you rather? Hey, everybody.
I'd rather
sleep
what,
in a dusty inn, or sleep out where the creatures can rip you apart in the middle of the woods with no tent. We don't have a tent, by the way.
Kurok,
We do.
I spent the past 3 years of my life living in the woods. I'm sure I'll be fine for one night.
I would
Spent the
say
last 3 lives.
I would say that everyone has a compact tent kit within their traveling supplies.
Well, of course I do. I'm the best artificer in the world. What would I do without one?
We're adventurers. I'd be surprised if we didn't. But
Well,
if we're
you
going
know, when you
to
said-
if we're going to sleep out among the stars, well then it looks like, and he'll turn to his right. There's a perfectly good clearing right over there. If we would like to go set up camp.
Yeah, I'll follow in tow and at the over here.
Yep.
All right. Yep. And let's see.
Go to my sticker browser.
I mean, I've got a bedroll on me. That should be sufficient.
I will say,
DM,
yes, Kurok.
can I deceive my tent into being built for me?
Roll deception, please.
Assumption on an inanimate object.
22.
Was it a nat 20?
No,
No.
I got 15 plus 7.
You throw your tent stuff onto the ground, and weirdly, as you do, some of the poles will stick into the ground and the tarp will kind of lay over them, but there is a little bit of work that you will have to do yourself.
Almost there.
And Bart will kneel down and create a campfire for the party to sit around.
I think I would like to quickly, given the night and the current circumstances. Actually, nah, I won't. I was going to dismiss my spirit, but based on your rulings, it might as well just be able to stand guard, I guess.
Yes. Ember's
Why
allowed
did
to
Bart have to start it when Ember was here?
because he
why
wanted
did
to.
Be-
Kurok.
Okay.
I'll set up my bedroll and stuff somewhere and kind of just gesture towards my spirit to just go like stand guard somewhere.
I will ask, since we're camping out for the night, why don't we go ahead and figure out a watch order?
I suppose I could go on first watch.
Roll initiative.
No, not roll initiative. I can, if one or two of you wants to get plenty of sleep, I can take third and fourth watch so that you can get proper sleep.
Yeah, 'cause you only need 4 hours of not even sleep.
Indeed.
You just gotta sit there and go,
Is there?
Well, I guess I'll go second and watch.
I think. Question, Exodus.
Yes.
Would I realistically have any form of food stuff on me that I could cook that, like, because I'm guessing the rations are kind of like ready to eat and not necessarily.
Yeah, I would say rations would be kind of MRE-esque.
Okay, would I have anything, say, that I could use to cook a proper meal or anything on me, or am I able to forage around me for it?
I would say that probably, given your enjoyment and skill within cooking, you would always have something on you that you would be able to cook a proper meal with.
Then I'd like to pull out my cooking utensils and start cooking a meal for the party over the fire.
Yeah. And as you do this, Bart will look around at everyone and say, well, it's been an odd few days, I will say that. Aside from me and Ponder, I'm aware, or like I'm familiar with everyone here, but Ponder, Kurok, Natalie, Sky, I don't really think. Well, Sky, you're new, but Ponder, Natalie, and Kurok, I would say you don't know much about each other, unless we've really.
Well, I mean, I know plenty about Kurok. He's the greatest artificer alive,
Well,
obviously.
of course, but
I don't know that, though. He's very, very adamant about it and seems to remind people at every possible
Yes.
about it.
It's because it's true. I don't want people to forget.
Why don't
We're very much aware, Kurok.
why don't
We are
while
very aware.
Natalie is cooking, why don't we maybe tell some stories?
Hey DM, can we get some logs in here?
Some log. There's no log
yeah.
sticker. I looked.
There isn't?
No.
No
You know
log
what?
sticker. I'm just sitting on a rock.
Tell you what.
You know what?
Here we go,
Fuck.
guys. Here you go. Here's
Hell
some-
yeah. May I inquire where I'm
courtesy of
hearing
the greatest
this?
artificer in the world.
There. 5 chairs. Droop can sit on the rock.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck 'em. Fucking musical chair.
Well, I mean, what's the story behind being the greatest artificer in the world, then, huh?
Actually, yes, Kurok.
I'd like to hear y'all's story first, then I'll tell you mine.
I think
Gotta
he's
save the best
stolen.
for last.
I think he's stolen,
Exactly.
guys.
I
He
would
might
think
be.
so too.
He might be stalling.
Just furiously type out.
Wait, hold
my
on. I should probably
backstory.
work.
He just hasn't done any preparation.
What's your point?
5 paragraphs later.
All right, tell you what. There's 5 of us, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to roll E8. So I'm leaving Kurok out of it.
Could you do D4 then?
I want to do a D8.
Okay.
What 1 to 2 is Natalie. 3 to 4 is Bart. 5 to 6 is Ponder, and 7 to 8 is Sky. That
Nobody
is-
look at my stream real quick.
It is 6. So that would be Ponder.
Oh, putting me on the spot like this, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I admittedly, I don't got too much to say. You know, I just come from I come from Clearwater. originally, but I've been traveling the better part of my life. Which, well, actually, no, not really the better part of my life. I suppose it's only been like 5 years. But that's beside the point.
Because me and you have only been traveling for 2 years, right?
I think so. The time gets all jumbled together. But no, there's not really too much to say. I grew up in this little place in the swamp called Clearwater. I was raised by a couple of grung out there. Love my ma and pa to death. And yeah, no, that's where I found my faith at one of the temples there. Apparently, not many people know about that temple, but that's besides the point. Unfortunately, this is really only the beginning of my adventuring days. The most interesting part was me meeting up with Bart.
That was quite an interesting story. A story for another day, but an interesting story nonetheless.
May I ask about the gambling misadventures?
Okay.
Oh, don't you worry about the gambling misadventures. We don't
Listen.
talk about those for a reason because Bart has no control over the amount of money he
Listen.
spends.
I rolled a natural 1 on my Constitution saving throw. All right.
What does that mean?
Breaking the fourth wall.
Right. D6 then. Give me a Natalie action.
Oh, you want me now?
Yes, sir.
So, obviously, Bart and I, we met back St. Archibald as a child. When the fishing industry dried up, family decided to move back to Neverwinter. Had some family there or something. Some of the children there weren't particularly nice, and I often found myself sneaking off into the woods, spending hours there, often coming home worrying my parents because I came home way too late. A couple years passed, and eventually I grew up, started learning how to cook, started playing with fire. Eventually, when I started volunteering with the help annually with trying to protect from brush fires, but help them with controlled burns nearby. Eventually, I grew up and we decided to move out into the forest and decided to build myself a little cabin. About a year ago, actually. About a year and a half. It's my 22nd birthday. All of a sudden woke up and the smell of wood burning. I ran outside to see that the campfire kept outside my cabin was for some reason a light. I thought to myself that, I put that out, didn't I? So I turned around to grab the bucket I keep typically right by the doorway, and all of a sudden there was this. By the time I looked back, that thing, I point at Ember, was staring at me, and I reached my hands out to brace myself for whatever happened next. And suddenly, my hands were on fire. Like, fire emanating from them, and all of a sudden, everything vanished. For some reason, that spirit chose to make me its medium. I don't know why. I've been aggressively, I guess, ever since, trying to learn more about it, and I guess it's tried to communicate with me. That's been watching me since I was playing in the forest as a kid. So, yeah. Now I just have a spirit and I guess a thing for arson.
Bart, why'd you put on sunglasses? It's the middle of the night.
Yeah, but
He had
An odd
he-
fashion
he-
statement.
He has his sunglasses hanging off of his shirt.
I don't know. From my perspective, he just put those motherfuckers on.
was just resetting the thing. Shut up. Be quiet. All right.
DM, could you answer the question I sent you?
Absolutely not.
Fuck
Okay.
no.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Hold on. I remember...
Holding on.
Oh, wait, no. I have it in my lore notes. Hold on.
Shit,
Thank
I
God.
forgot to mention part of my story. Should I finish real quick, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyways, Mount Susan came by recently, and the floods unfortunately wiped away my cabin, so I ended up stuck back in Neverwinter, and all of a sudden, Bart, I point at him, sent me a letter asking me to help him with this contract or job that he got where he was supposed to move this fucking cart to Phandalin, and got attacked along the way, and now we're here.
There's a cat under my legs now, guys.
Why is there a cat?
Can you get out from under my desk, please? Thank you.
Natalie, why are you under the desk?
Look, the zoomies still haven't worn off.
All right.
You know, I'm still waiting on my letter from Bart. Been 5 years.
All right. Sky, it's all you. If you have something prepared.
Something prepared? There's always something prepared. Well, other than meeting everyone here today, my story's not too eventful. When I was young, in the Feywilds, I was kidnapped. I was taken by a cult. And for over a decade, they've been experimenting on me, altering me slightly through surgeries, the injections of drugs.
Ugh.
And I want to say almost 2 years back now is when I found the Mother of Decay, the deity I worship. She saved me, and ever since, I've been hunting down said cult.
And as you say the Mother of Decay, you will see Ponder kind of shift in his chair a little. He's a respectful little turtle, so he doesn't say anything, but it does seem to bother him a little bit.
I know the worship of evil deities is frowned upon, but
Well,
she
you know,
saved me, and as far as I know, I'm the only one, or as far as she has told me, I'm the only follower of hers.
well, you know, death has its place in things just as much as life does. You know, no real place for judgment. I mean, without death, life wouldn't be quite as meaningful, would it?
I
Yes.
have the feeling you and I are going to get along.
I suppose it's more so undeath you have more of a problem with than anything, isn't it, Ponder?
Oh, undead can burn and rot.
I
Things
suppose
that are dead are supposed to stay dead. They're not supposed to come back with some facsimile of life. Okay, it's just not natural.
that means it's my turn, then, isn't it?
I suppose it does, Mr. Sunglasses.
All right, well, and he will kind of stroke his non-existent beard.
Well, it all started when I was born.
Well,
Similarly to Sky here, I started out my life within the Feywild. My mother and father, whose names I did not write down apparently.
Oh, we don't want to talk about my parents.
Wait, no, hold on. Wait, no. My mother
Evina and my father Braithen Oakbourne, we all lived in a it was sort of a farming village in the realm of Prismere. My mother was a knight, and my father was a farmer. This sword actually belonged to her, and he'll gesture down to vibrato in his sheath at his side. He didn't talk back then. He didn't talk back then, not that I'm aware of, at least. But
been able to take you, just couldn't hear me.
and he will shift a little bit in his seat. Around my 30th birthday, my grandmother, my mother's mother, came to us and... No, I'm sorry, it wasn't my 30th, it was my 31st birthday. My grandmother came and she was a divination wizard, and she warned us of a coming disaster. She wasn't too specific with the details. She said we'd have to find out in our own time, but my mother, of course, believing her, we packed up, left that house behind, and we moved to the material plane. We settled near the mountains, the Igwild Mountains, and lived there for quite a long time. Eventually, my father went missing. It was a stormy evening. I was inside with my mother. I was helping her prepare dinner. It was around my 100th birthday, I believe.
By the way, he's old as fuck.
Yes, I am.
Weird elf bullshit.
Yeah, weird elf bullshit.
He had gone out to gather supplies and stuff, because obviously we lived in the mountains in it was a small settlement of elves. We did our best to blend in, but obviously, look at me, my skin is blue and my hair is purple.
I mean, I feel like that you just fit right in.
And
I say looking at a cat person, a kobold, and a turtle. Oh, and a rabbit now.
And he went out, and
Don't forget Droop.
Oh yeah, that guy.
That guy.
he never came home. I never saw him after that. And after that, that prompted me to take up sword fighting lessons, which prompted vibrato being given to me as a gift from my mother.
What a gift that was.
I don't know. What's he saying?
I don't know. It's probably his normal bullshit. But
What do you mean,
What is this normal bullshit? Because y'all were up to something this morning.
I was cleaning him. He's a sword. He needs cleaned.
I like the way you rubbed the oil into me.
I told you I'm not comfortable with those jokes. You're named after my father.
What in the goddamn is he talking about? I mean, what
I
in the
don't think you
Freya
want to
damn?
know, Kurok. I don't think you want to know. This
What
morning
in Freya's
was
holy name?
eventful.
But I then attended a newly opened Bard College in Volnaria City, or Volnar. And I learned how to play the lute, how to play the flute, the lyre, stuff like that. I moved off, went to a different country for a little while. I believe it was called Perifor. But I got a letter from my mother telling me she was sick, so I came home and I took care of her for the rest of her life. And after that, I
locked up the house, and I went adventuring. And after that is I met Natalie's parents, and I helped them. And then I moved to St. Archwell, and I became a music teacher for a little while. And then around then is where I met Honda. Well, obviously we're here today.
Nice.
I never was really good at your music classes.
You're more
No, I didn't.
you're more nature inclined, and that's okay.
No, I can tap on my shell like a drum. That's about all
See
the
that.
music training I've got.
I tried to teach you how to
Okay.
play. I tried to teach you how to play a viol, but that didn't really go well.
Look, my fingers look like sausages. I ain't playing a delicate instrument like that.
But yeah, it's been a long life, very long life, and I still have plenty ahead of me. And I don't plan on stopping adventuring anytime soon.
That's
Well,
good to hear.
Given I haven't met another turtle, I don't know how much longer I have to live. It could be anywhere between 5 years to like 700 or something like that. So I'm just kind of living in the moment.
Hey, DM, could you answer a question?
No, absolutely not.
Who's
No.
DM? Who are you talking to, Karak?
Sorry, I drifted off there a little.
Does the little lizard always have these issues?
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes he just talks to this magical person in the sky.
He's
Hey, you have your gods.
he does have a point.
This
He's
is
got us
true.
there.
Why is it so?
He's an interesting fellow.
Oh, there we go. The music just okay. No.
Okay, DM, can I get one more question?
I already answered that question.
Oh,
So, just to double check, we have a turtle cleric who is unsure of how long they'll have left to live. We have our station bard who has been living for how many years exactly?
350. I'm a winter quarterladron.
350. 22-year-old
23.
cat. 23. Okay.
And then that kobold over there.
No one knows what his deal is.
Little lizard.
I
He's the
guess
greatest
it is
artificer
my
alive.
time
I don't
to
know.
say something, at least.
So, old turtle, even older elf, relatively
What?
young cat, unsure of the kobold,
I'm not
and
actually
the
old.
22-year-old rabbit who
Hey, y'all, I'd like to know I
is
did actually finish
desperately-
writing the thing.
finally stalling by asking the ages just to bring up my character technically being able to live forever.
It is done.
All right. I want you to copy and paste that and send it to me. By the way, so I can add it to my.
Hold on,
Word.
Windows 10 just told me that Windows 10 support is ending.
Well, shit.
Uh,
What is this Windows 10 shit?
Sorry, something to do with my artificer stuff.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
starting
You
to
need
have my
10
doubts about
windows.
this one.
Did you
You're not-
fuck? Hold on.
Did you fuck?
Did you fuck what?
What's up?
I'll let him read it.
I'm really curious to where this is going.
Hold on. I need to put on my actual glasses so I can read this properly.
I just really need to know why you need 10 windows.
I wonder if he carries this in his bag. Like, is he
Maybe.
just building a house
It's
on it?
very important.
Are they for building a house?
Look, just all you need to know is if I don't have them, I can't do what I need to do.
Thought what you do is throwing daggers at people.
No,
Yeah.
what I do is artifice.
Wait.
Throwing daggers is
what
just
about-
a side gig.
What about we drew that sword through that man's skull?
He did do that, yeah. He did do that.
It was very
I mean,
gruesome.
that was quite. That was like I think Ponder just suddenly entered the room as you did that, and all of a sudden just saw the blood splatter and sudden just shock.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, that's what happens when someone tells me I need 11 windows instead of 10.
Wait, did he tell you? I didn't hear any mentions about a window in that.
No, nor did I.
I think he might be going insane finally.
I didn't even think I saw any windows to defenestrate the guy out of there either.
What defenestrate?
Yeah,
What's a defenestrate?
All right,
check someone out the window.
all right, Karat, go ahead and read that out to the group, to the pals.
Okay. God, this feels like a performance, and I don't like this.
Roll performance,
for-
please.
Okay.
12.
12. You fall into
I'd
the
like to
fire.
note I have a plus
You
5
fall
on
for-
that.
You fall into the fire.
Last time he rolled performance, he fell through a trap door.
Yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
You know, when I was young, all those formative years, I was playing with my good friend Jean. She was amazing. She built all these little tools to help us with some schemes to make a little more silver. We were poor back then. It didn't really work out well. Those days were great, though. One time, we even made one that hid a gold piece when we turned a knob. That man was not happy about that. He was entertained, though. He wouldn't stop raving about it. But one day, when we were talking about one of our next schemes, we heard bells ringing. We saw the panic in everyone's faces. Men started running, and we saw smoke rising into the sky. My family was caught in the fire. Half of our town burned, and about a half day later, it was confirmed. When I heard, I was scared, alone, a little bit singed. I ran into the woods to escape the pain. I never saw Jean again. But when morning came, I woke to a little man, a gnome with some strange machines strapped to him to help him navigate. He took me and helped me stay alive. Took me to my new home, Rockwell. He taught me all he knows about being an artificer, from brass to steel and gas to oil. Roloff Gnomewell became the father that I couldn't have anymore. And in all the ways I needed. I can't wait to see him again when I get back. Not that y'all aren't great, that is.
He doesn't like us.
I cast everlasting grief. I'm joking.
You know, for a first draft done while y'all were reading out yours, I don't think it's that bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
So the fire, if you don't mind me asking, was that dragons?
I don't know. I wasn't there when it happened.
Oh,
Volcano, maybe.
Hey, Melody is asking if she can speak out real quick.
Hey, where did his accent go?
I
Maybe
was
the
thinking
gradual
the
decrease,
same
like,
thing.
And I saw all my friends die. It was great.
Listen.
I took it as
I'm
Karak.
the voice of a patron god. Ooh.
I was taking it as Karak getting a little bit more serious.
He's a bit of a goof.
I think that was the intention I was going for. I just didn't play it out right.
Well,
Uh,
Karak, I'm
I don't remember if you told me all of that. I do know that you told me about your parents, but I hope one day that you can be reunited with them in some way.
Well, I sure as hell hope not. I don't want to die.
No, that's not okay.
Certainly not in a fire.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
I can fix that.
Given we're
Please
in the
don't.
presence of two clerics, and these gods obviously have to exist in some way, there's likely some sort of afterlife. And whether you like it or not, you are going to die. And I do hope that you get to see them when you do. But for now,
With me here, it's going to be a very long time before I let anybody here die. But
yes, of course. But that was very nice story time, everyone. Very nice.
yes, I got very, very sad at the end there. Thank you,
Yeah.
Karak.
Wasn't expecting
Save
this
the
to be
sad
so
story
grim.
for the end.
It's
Look,
all
the
right.
saddest part about my life is I don't know my actual parents. But as far as I'm concerned, the grung who adopted me are my real parents. So
Yeah.
I think the saddest one of mine is that a flood washed away the house I built in the woods.
oh, my house.
Uh,
Oh,
Luckily, my friend
no.
was
I
lives
think-
in everyone.
I think Sky and Karak had the saddest ones.
Yeah. On a side note, I do want to say this. It does seem like all of a sudden Mother Nature hates me here. So if I suddenly disconnect, my power's out.
Ah, I see.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
What's this power you're talking about?
I think it's some sort of
Wow,
electricity.
Druidic power, because Mother
wait.
Mother Nature hates it. So
Wouldn't you know, Kurok? I mean, you are an artificer.
Yes.
I do know. I was just making a joke.
Yeah. And you will see Droop has fallen asleep on his rock.
I would like to
Fucking
see if
finally,
I still believe he is an artificer, or who he says he is.
Roll insight.
17.
You're suspicious, but even if you thought he wasn't, you don't know what else he could be.
What else could
As-
he be?
As I think as everyone wraps up, I finish cooking the meal. I'm gonna just go ahead and go out with him saying that I came from Neverwinter, which has a bit of a my family was specialized in selling fish and fishing related accessories. Who would have expected that? I just pass around some cooked fish to the rest of the party that I had packed with me back from when we left Neverwinter.
Yes.
2 days ago? 3?
Probably
Man, that's a
4
big
now.
Fire.
Yes, that fire
Yeah.
just grew all of a sudden. That was weird.
But I'll pass it around to the party and I don't know, I guess I'll leave one right by Group's feet just as a gesture of kindness, and then while passing back Kurok when can we get rid of this guy?
I can't believe you want to get rid of our good friend Droop.
We just met him. What do you mean, good
I-
friend?
We
Well,
just met
he's
him.
pretty good.
And he
seems
cowered
like a nice
the
fella.
He cowered behind you the entire time while I was getting my ass
Well,
beat.
it's better than turning somebody into dust. No offense.
I can think of a few
I mean,
tools
Is
to
I
there
try
an
out on him.
issue with the way I handle things?
I pulverized a dude, and that's not the first one.
Fonda, I think you're a little bit outnumbered here in terms of how things got handled.
Aware of that fact.
Look. It was us or them. And frankly, that dude
Although-
that pulverized and that bugbear, it was me or them.
Yes. Of course, yes. But
Why'd you start talking like that?
I don't know.
Justifiable in a sense.
In it?
Although I guess technically I don't know who actually
Oh.
provoked that battle. All I know is that we saw fighting and we jumped in.
I believe we found out what provoked that. That's.
You spin me right round.
Pure
Like
and
a
adulterated rage. Oh wait, no, that wasn't what provoked it, was it?
No, I'm going to say Sky provoked
There we
it,
go, little
given
kobold-sized.
what he said.
You know, that might be a valid response.
Oh, the fight over there.
Yes.
Yes, I did instigate that one.
I mean, it's
Well, I mean,
completely fair.
those guys are,
We were tasked with getting rid of the red brands anyway, so kind of helped us
yeah,
there.
those guys are no good. So
You think? I mean, that bugbear we met on the way out that mentioned about being with the black spider. I think that was one that was just one of them that we had met there. May have been one that we just killed.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, so you like to get to know your victims first?
No, we ran into him on the way out of their lair. I'm wondering if it was the same one. 'Cause we ran into 3 of them on the way out, and that goblin that had pointed droop sitting on the rock.
Interesting.
I'm just wondering if it's the same one. I mean, really, it was still associated with the red brands.
Yes.
Although those ones specifically mention that they report to the black spider.
Yes. If I remember correctly, I believe Droop here and the 3 bugbears we ran into in that room did not work for the red brands, but they worked with them in conjunction with the black spider.
Yeah, I believe. It seemed like almost like the red brands were subservient to the black spider.
Yes, I believe so. That is how it seemed, at least.
yeah, from what I could gather, the red brands kind of just work alongside them. They're not necessarily directly intertwined, but
What about the letter, though?
well,
Yarno seems to report directly to some guy at the black spider.
Yes.
well, I feel like Yana was hired, not
Yes.
necessarily like part of the black spiders.
It was likely he was hired, and then he gathered degenerates, I guess, for the lack of a better term, around Phandalin, and they all just kind of started causing trouble and havoc.
Don't we all love a little bit of havoc?
Oh, but of course.
I don't like havoc.
I love it.
Then why are you traveling with this band of misfits?
Well, because they're the only misfits I know.
If y'all meet a band of misfits that isn't chaotic, let me know. I want to do some tests on them.
You're the most chaotic one of... Okay.
That's why I want to
You
do
know-
tests.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe Kurok's a scientist of some form. Science bitch.
Probably. But...
Not the most fond of scientists.
And, well, I can understand that. At the very least, everyone here is a magicist rather than a scientist.
Magicist?
I said what I said!
Misogynist.
No, not a misogynist.
No, absolutely
like
not.
That's it. Everlasting grief on Kurok.
Alright, roll the hit, please.
Everlasting grief. Everlasting grief for everyone.
Wait. No. Let's see. Everlasting grief. It does not actually have to roll to hit.
Oh, right,
You know
it's
what? Fuck,
it's
do
a
it.
wisdom save.
It's a wisdom save.
Do it. We'll see how it goes.
Roll a wisdom dice. Kurok.
5. No, 4.
You fail! Alright.
Kurok.
Well, allow me to explain the effects of the spell that I created. Me find it. So, here it is. A creature of your choice that you can see within range experiences the most intense sense of loss and sadness and falls into fits of sobbing if this spell affects it. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected. At the end of each of its turns, or until the spell ends, the creature takes 1d4 of psychic damage, and the target can make another wisdom saving throw. The target has advantage on the saving throw if it's triggered by exterior damage. On a success, the spell ends.
I rolled a 4.
Wait, did I have to roll something?
2d4 of mental Well, no, you took 2d4 of mental damage, so which I only rolled a 4 for. So, congrats, you get 4 psychic damage as a result of your comment.
Brain damage.
I just cry myself to sleep in my big ass tent.
Well, I suppose we should have all probably head to sleep, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we probably should.
Rock probably deserved that one.
And Natalie, would you mind using your create or destroy water to put the fire out, please?
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and cast Create or Destroy Water on top of the fire, as well as let's make sure I've accounted for Everlasting Grief. So yeah, I'll extinguish the fire by casting Create or Destroy Water, and I'll just create just a small cube of water just directly above the fire, and it'll just fall onto the fire and extinguish it.
Well, folks, good night. And then Ponder just pulls into his shell.
I'll go inside a tent and just.
And Bart will grab Ponder and drag him inside of this tent so that he's not out in the weather.
Is Droop just sleeping on the rock?
Droop's sleeping on the rock.
He's been out cold for a while.
And then Bart will wait. Who was taking first? Ponder.
I was taking first one.
Yeah, Ponder was taking
I
first.
don't pull off into my shell, except for just I leave my head out.
I will put Ponder there then. And you all drift off into wonderful, wonderful instances of sleep and rest.
Except for me. I'm always vigilant, watching like a hawk. Or two.
DM, curse this motherfucker.
Okay, it's fate. Alright. Ponder, roll perception, please.
Perception? I like perception. Perception's good. I don't like perception anymore.
You hear sounds of the forest, crickets, twigs snapping because of animals stepping on them, but other than that, there's really nothing of note.
Man, I can't wait till we get ambushed in 5 minutes.
Well, that's actually really funny. Because
What do you mean it's really funny?
it's really funny.
Okay.
We're about to get
It's
ambushed.
really funny.
We're getting
Oh, man.
ambushed.
Alright, which one? This one. Oh, fuck.
So, how long will we be into our rest at this point?
I would say 2 hours, and it's time to swap out to the next person.
So is that so? Could I, in theory, have a short rest at this point and restore my wild shapes?
You will all end up having a long rest by the end of this.
Okay.
I believe Sky was going to be taking up the second one.
Yes, I do believe so.
So
Correct.
I will go ahead and awaken Guy. I believe it's your turn. I think you wanted to go.
Yep. I'll keep watching.
Alrighty. You know, I didn't see anything, so you probably won't see anything either.
Well, let's hope so.
You know, I've got really good vision and everything, especially out in the nighttime where I don't have dark vision.
Yeah, you know, it'd be a good idea for me to have had me taken at one point, given the dark vision.
Yeah, probably.
Don't worry, I can cast a light spell on something of yours, and it'll last until I fall asleep.
So, 15 minutes, give or take.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, a torch could be of use. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, the fucking music ended. Hold on.
Shell shock, go!
I cast EP on somebody.
Not EP. EP's my least favorite spell.
Perfect. We're gonna mix up the music a little bit today, fellas.
Okay,
Is it gonna be Skyrim? I hope it's Skyrim.
This is not gonna be Skyrim.
it's gonna be Oblivion remastered.
Nope.
Oh,
Did you just start the rain? I just started rain sounds.
As soon as I heard rain, I'm just like, uh-oh, ODST jets.
All right.
Oh fuck, it's raining.
It's raining somewhere else and here
At the same time?
at the same time.
I will go ahead and ask Sky to roll perception, please.
A 15.
A 15. Hold on. As you are sitting there fidgeting, watching, you will notice a lone goblin hobbling up to the camp. He just kind of looks at you, tilts his head a little bit, and
Tribute.
I'm sorry, Goblin, what?
Fireball.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Sky, what would you like to do?
Would there be a way for me to check his intentions from that alone?
I would say roll insight.
What does a 24 do?
Holy shit. He will look at you and kind of grin a little. He's trying to come off as he's harmless, but the way he's grinning is completely malicious.
All right, so
this is how we're gonna do it.
I would like to immediately attack with Chill Touch and scream out to the rest of the camp.
All right, fellas, roll initiative. And as you do this,
Shouldn't it be initiative at disadvantage since we're asleep?
Yes. As you do this, the goblin screams out, and a group of goblins jumps out from the bushes, and
Give me some of that 3 action. How did you do that again?
I got a 19 and a 1.
all right.
Do I technically have a short rest at this point?
Yes, you have a short rest at this point.
I love how one of
Fuck
them, only one of them is named Goblin. The rest are Gob.
It was.
Yes,
Where's your Gob now?
Goblin.
Where is your gob now?
I'm just gonna be over here.
Bart will run out of his tent, hearing the commotion, and go, "Oh, come on, are you kidding me? Can't even get one night of good rest around here."
I'll run out and join in. And can I? I guess we're now. I guess we're now taking initiative, aren't we?
Yes. Let me go.
So
ahead.
I can't immediately summon Ember.
I told you we should have gone back to the inn.
So I think that was a 3 on my initiative.
All things considered, this is actually better.
I only got an 11.
All of the goblins have advantage because
Actually, wait, no.
they were getting the drop on us.
Correction, I've actually got a 17.
Got a
Give me that
17?
17 action.
Yeah, I rolled my d20 and tried reading in the dark, and I thought I read 10. It was actually a 16 on it. Then I got. Oh wait, no, I've got a +3 to initiative. My bad. I thought it was. I was thinking about it.
I'll be
So
right
it's actually.
back. I'm gonna go grab
My bad.
water.
It's 19. My bad.
Good lord. All right, Sky, what was yours? Well, actually, no. I'm going to give you first action since you attacked first.
Oh, lovely. First action.
And Karak, yours was 1.
Yes.
All right.
Sleeps.
So since my first reaction would have been the attack, should I just roll the hit DC for now?
Yes.
That would be a 9 to hit. We went from mall music to Death by Glamour. I get this.
I've returned. And I hear Death by Glamour.
All right. You said you rolled a 9 on 6. That misses. He will kind of step out of the way of your hand and point up and laugh at you and go, "You missed me, you stupid shit. Hey guys, get over here." And we are entering combat. I want you guys. Can you guys see the initiative order?
Yeah.
Is Droop awake?
Droop is not awake. I'm gonna.
Droop is just gonna sleep through all of this.
Wait, hold on. Is Ember still there?
Oh, my bad.
Ember is still there, but Ember is not technically "quote unquote" summoned into combat.
Yeah, Access just allows me to keep it there as a companion, unable to do anything when it's not actually being properly summoned.
Yeah, it can be like it has like a little bit of a transformation into more of a spiritual form, and otherwise it's just a fox.
Yeah,
I think it's a fox, right?
Yeah, it takes the form of a fox. At least that's what I've decided it does in its lore.
right, well,
Which fox? Red fox or fennec?
Well, you see, I guess probably more like a red fox. Exodus initially suggested it be named Mozilla.
Goblin 5 surprisingly gets to go first, and he will walk up to Sky and rear back with his scimitar and swing down towards Sky. And he will roll. I really wish that it would tell me what it's rolling. What did it roll, guys?
13.
13.
So he missed.
13 on the hit.
Missed. All right. You know what? I can look at the Volnaria bot because it'll tell me here.
Yeah. Could you advance the initiative tracker too?
Yeah.
Sorry. I just would
All
like
right.
seeing it.
He swings towards Sky, but Sky kind of bounces out of the way and then bounces back into the spot he was on.
Wow, bounces. That's kind of bonus.
All right.
Hold on. Is the way he bounced
Just
on
ignore.
Z style?
Karak, please roll a d20 for me.
Sounded.
Actually, Karak, roll a d4 and then roll a d20.
Oh.
I
Wait,
got a
are you
four.
are you up to 4 tables?
4.
No.
13.
4 and 13. All right, so that would be the second table.
You shrink to a size, the size smaller than you currently are, minus 10 to your walking speed.
So you are size tiny.
Bro, it is half a foot tall.
Can I Ant-Man them?
Maybe if you roll a 14.
Oh god.
Make a pun. Roll a 14.
But that would be Goblin 5's turn. So now it's Goblin 3's turn, and he's going to pull out his short bow and pull back and fire at Sky, rolling a +4 to hit, of course, with a 14.
Miss.
That'll miss. All right, it'll whiz past you and whiz past Ponder and land in the doused fire, and that will be his turn. So now it's Goblin 4's turn.
5, 2, 4.
And so Goblin 4 will actually look towards Bart and rear back with his bow, rolling a 18. He rolls a fucking 18 to hit, and that hits. Because all right, doing 4
sorry,
damage.
Bart, you're gonna die.
He does 4 damage.
It was nice knowing you, buddy.
All right, let me go pull up my character sheet.
Damn, I could kill Troop. Act like I'm doing something.
Why do you hate Droop so much?
Crossfire.
And
That-
then a bunch of his buddies are attacking us, it seems.
That's Goblin 4's turn. Now it's Goblin 6's turn. And he will look at Sky, and he will swing his scimitar. Well, no, he won't swing his scimitar. He will stab at him with his scimitar. Rolling an 11.
Which will miss.
God, these guys are fucking rolling like ass.
They're also goblins, so
They also smell like ass.
That's true. And now, finally, it's Natalie's turn.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I'm
Lily.
just going to go approximately about here or so.
Yep.
And I'm sure we all know what comes next.
Burning hands.
asked how big the room
No.
was. I said I cast Burning Hands.
No, my friends.
Fireball.
You know what? Would that hit Sky?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yeah. That'll hit Sky.
Okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do? We'll do this. This won't hit him. But, Ember will summon approximately about here or so.
Oh.
And all of them need to make for me a dex
dex
saving
save.
throw.
Yeah. All right. 19 for the
All
first one.
4 of them.
3 for the second one for 3.
I love this spirit. I fucking love this
16
thing.
for the third one. And oh my god.
19, 3, 15.
Oh my god. And
Okay.
16. So 2 16s, a 3, and a 19.
Okay, so 3 of them are gonna take half damage, I believe.
All right. Let's go
Oh
ahead.
no, wait, correction. No. Only one of them is only the one that failed. It's failed the DC 12 is gonna take 2d6 fire.
All right.
It takes 9 damage.
Well, he's dead. As Ember bursts into a brilliant flame fox and the fire erupts around her, this goblin falls into ashes.
Mozilla.
Mozzarella.
And just because, I think. So which one was one? Which one's killed? Okay.
3
Um,
was killed.
Ember's then going to use its 30 feet of movement to back off a bit and get some range. And
Cast Flame Seed?
just to... Actually, let me look. So it was about here, right?
Ish, yeah.
Okay, you know what's actually going to be more fun then?
What?
Fiery teleportation.
Oh.
Because fiery teleportation...
They all need to make deck saves again then?
You're damn right.
Alright.
You're goddamn right.
420.
And...
A 3.
420 and a 3?
Yep.
Okay.
5 and 6 fail for...
It's 7
succeeds.
fire damage.
There are now 3 goblins left. The one
Okay,
that...
and then Ember will teleport up to 15. Can teleport up to 15 feet. I'll say it moves actually. You know what? I'll say it moves just about 5 feet to get next to me. Actually, no. We'll do it. We'll do it here. Give it some range, and that will be the end of the turn.
Right. So it's Goblin 2's turn, and he's just fucking aghast at 3 of his friends just crumbling into ashes. So he'll aim his bow at Natalie, and he will roll to hit. Let me pull it up.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. You probably shouldn't have expected any different here.
Like, did you not
I'm
just
getting my
see
kill
the?
count up.
And that...
Did you not see the pile of ash over that way?
23.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
So it will be 1d6 plus 2 piercing damage for a total of 8 damage.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed.
I'm fine. Ish.
Ish. And
Yeah, kill count's going up though.
and he will move over here towards his buddy Gob 4. Hey Gob, did you see that? I sure did, Gob. All our friends are dead.
Hey, half of your friends are dead.
Oh my
Optimism.
And now it is Goblin 1's turn, and he's very one-track mind, so he'll look at Sky and he'll swing his happy little scimitar, rolling a 5.
5 to miss.
I find it funny that in the time span, what realistically is 6 seconds, Ember kills 3 goblins.
Oh my god. So now it is Bart's turn. And Bart, after having been shot with an arrow, he'll yank it out, throw it off to the side, and then he
That's
will...
a bad idea, but don't pull it out; it'll bleed more.
Yeah. Do what
And he will-
Ponder said.
He will cast healing cure wounds on himself. I think that's a bonus action. No, healing word on himself, and he'll go.
Why y'all using your healing spells? That's what I'm good for.
Well, fine. I won't. You know what he will do instead? He will use Misty Step to come right back here and just tap both goblins on the shoulder and go,
Guys,
guys?
I think it went over there.
guys, did you see that? And he will point using vibrato, and they're fucking stupid enough to look, so they do. And so he swipes...
Major Nook!
He swipes back and then stabs through Goblin 2's chest if it hits. With a 17, and
That's
it does.
definitely a hit.
Doing 1d8 plus 4 damage at a 6. And the Goblin will collapse to his knees. He's not quite dead, but he is looking rough as he gasps, and you see the tip of vibrato stick up through his chest and then pull back out.
Exodus.
Yeah?
Ember appears to be incorrect in the initiative tracker.
Oh?
It's supposed to be immediately after me. It's right after Kurok currently.
It's fine.
Because of how it was when we started.
It's fine.
Fair.
All right, and then that is Bart's turn, and now it's Bonder's turn.
I'm
Oh,
gonna be honest, this match is gonna last long enough for it to have another turn.
okay. So, who looks hurt right now?
Me.
Yeah,
Bart? Bart, Kurok, and Natalie.
Kurok's at
Okay.
9.
Kurok's at 9. What's Natalie at?
13, but I'm also directly in combat.
And Bart is at.
Bart is
I
at
know.
23, so I would go for the
Okay.
others.
So, hey, Natalie, you look like you're having a hard time. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Healing Word. I don't think you're probably not hurt enough for 2nd level, so.
1 level should be fine, I think. I'm only down
especially
8.
with 12 points of healing. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I'm
Pretty much up to
like
max.
nothing ever happened.
Healing is what I'm good at, folks.
Actually, at this point, all I've done is gone through a single
Actually,
use shape.
What were you at? You were at 13?
I was at 13. I'm now back at 21.
Yep, you are at max now. Awesome.
Yeah. Because,
Ponder, is there
10
anything
hit
else you'd
points.
like to do?
I'm gonna get up, walk over here. Hey guys, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't like being woke up, especially 10 minutes after I went to sleep. Okay? You know, I'm very disappointed with you. And that disappointment is gonna come with a club to the face.
It,
Give him a big old
sweet
whack.
mother, remind me never to wake up that one.
I'm a smack gob 2 across the face.
you're gonna smack guy too?
Yeah.
Lethally or non-lethally?
Don't ask him that. Let him make his own mistakes.
I'll
Hey,
say-
look.
I'll say non-lethally, even though somebody's probably gonna kill him in a few seconds.
Well,
Also, that's a 20 to hit. So,
yeah, that hits.
7 points of thwack damage.
And you knock him unconscious.
Dunk.
We probably only had like 1 hit point left anyway.
Yeah,
Now,
it was,
unless you want what he's having, I suggest you get the fuck out of here and let him sleep.
the goblins being stubborn don't listen to you.
I'm just gonna sit
Don't let him
cracking
go.
my knuckles, waiting menacingly.
All right, and now it is Kurok's turn.
What? It's my turn?
My calling has come.
Yippee! Spin the tent.
Wait, Kurok, I think you need to make a wisdom saving throw first.
No, the one I've lasted 10 minutes.
Ah, true. Okay, you're good then.
Also, I would not
No.
survive another 2 of those.
All right,
Never
Kurok.
would you have thought that 2d4 would matter so much.
So, wait, which one's on the ground?
The one that's on the ground is Gob 2. I'm gonna remove him from combat.
No, wait. I'd like to throw my knife at Gob too.
Roll
Like
the
I
hit!
said, somebody's probably
Roll
about
the
to
hit.
fucking kill him.
I roll for a hit. I got 12.
You got 12. That misses.
Wait, isn't this at advantage? Since he's on the ground?
In all
Yes.
technicality,
It-
prone enemies.
It's also dark though.
Well, with prone enemies, ranged attacks are at disadvantage, but melee attacks
Yeah.
are at advantage.
Ah,
Oh, smaller form factor.
yeah.
I suppose I should roll again then.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like we're
Regardless,
still losing at
Yeah, rolls
12.
are missing.
I'd like to use my bonus action to weapon fighting.
Go for it, buddy.
I got a 23.
Which
Oh,
one are
that's
you
an
throwing
that's
at?
an at 20.
Gob 2.
Oh my
Got a net
god.
20.
Gob
What?
2 is not going to survive.
All right. I'm roll for damage.
I don't know.
2 is just deceased.
I
Do I
don't-
get sneak attack with this as well?
You don't even need it.
So-
You don't need it.
So
Do I get it?
He's already dead.
I will say, there isn't really a need for damage because what happens when you hit an unconscious enemy is technically they just lose death saves.
Yeah.
And given that that was a critical hit, that goblin lost 2 death saves.
Uh-huh.
So he'd be down to 1, wouldn't he?
But in the case of like something like a goblin, they don't really have death saves. I think he's just dead.
He's fucking dead. Yeah. So he will be removed from combat.
Well, that's
I'm
it.
glad I could be useful.
And
What?
is that
There
your
was- What?
is that your turn, Karak?
Well, unless I want to gas a bunny, then, I think that should be all I need to do.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah, it
gas
is.
the bunny.
It is Sky's turn again.
Well,
What the hell was that?
I will reach out to hit the goblin with a chill touch once again.
Oh no, I'm about to watch a goblin turn to ash.
All right. What's the save that it needs to make for that, or is that a?
I did
What's
attack roll.
14.
You reach out to touch the goblin, and it dodges out of the way.
All right. I know what I'm doing.
Uh,
I've got my plans formulated.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Sky?
One moment. I'm reading the bonus actions. Yeah, 2 weapon fighting wouldn't apply to that, so that would be my turn.
Yep. All right. It is Goblin 4's turn, and he will look at Ponder, and he will. He doesn't see Karak at the back, so he assumes that Ponder killed his friend, and he's not happy about that. So he is going to raise
Look,
his.
buddy, I'm gonna save you the time and tell you you're probably not gonna hit.
Actually, yeah, you're right. He's going to turn to Bart instead.
No, wait, hold on. You can probably try. I wouldn't go against you trying.
And he will swing his scimitar towards Bart. Rolling
He would have
a.
actually hit me. Unless I cast shield, but
Oh.
A 20.
Bart goes to block with vibrato, but he swings wrong, and the sword or the scimitar comes in and slams into his side, doing 8 points of damage.
ah shit, sorry Bart. I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's good. It's good.
You know,
Smooth one, Ponder.
And the goblin will. That's what you get, you piece of shit. And that's.
Hey,
his
don't
turn.
call him a piece of shit. You're the one who attacked us, bitch.
It's Annalise's turn.
you know, I'm quite eepy. However, I'm not eepy enough to stop me from casting Scorching Ray. I cast
overkill.
Scorching Ray.
Go for it.
6, does that hit?
6 does not hit.
Let me use
Okay,
the
then we'll
flamethrower
go
on
for
a
round, we'll
cockroach.
go for round 2.
All right.
12, does that hit?
Nope, that misses.
Shit.
Is it 2 or is it 3?
15.
15. That hits.
Okay.
You were going for 4 or
Yes, we're going for Gob 4.
God 4. All right.
I can't stress enough that
Fire
this is
damage.
the equivalent of using a flamethrower on a cockroach.
It's worth it.
How much damage did you say?
8.
8. The 2 initial rays. Right. Actually, hold on.
I just want to think that they fizzle out or something.
Hold on.
Beep beep. Oh,
Hold
my
on.
bad.
Hold on.
I was trying to pan the
Hold
camera.
on. Come on.
Holding on.
Why is Steam so slow? I had something prepared for such an occasion.
I'm guessing he's dead, though.
Yes. It was. Can you hear this?
No.
Not currently.
No? Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, you're gonna use your soundboard.
Yes.
You know the fun part? I still have Ember's turn.
What if I had my turn?
I'll figure that out in a minute. They'll whoosh towards him, but they'll fizzle out before they hit him. And but the third one slams into him, and he just
Jackpot.
he will. It'll hit him directly in his chest, and pink flame will erupt, and he will crumble into dust.
Okay. I'll use my bonus action to have Ember cast Flame Seed on the final remaining goblin.
All right.
I take it that 10's a miss.
10 is a miss.
Shit. Then Ember's just gonna run and stare at him menacingly.
All right. And it is that goblin's turn, and he's not too happy about you trying to kill him. So he will look towards you, cast Sky, rear his bow back, and shoot at you.
I'll politely give him the middle claw.
Rolling a
And
15.
that hit.
That's a hit. All right.
That's a hit.
With 8 damage.
Ouch.
Max.
Be good at receiving on the receiving end of 8 max damage.
Both of these two goblins rolled max damage.
Although
Guys,
I
I-
have killed 4 goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's deserved at this point. The only other person who would deserve it just as much would be fucking Kurok for killing an unconscious goblin.
You got what it
You
was
got
coming
blamed
to him.
for.
The goblin will laugh, and that's his turn. And so it's Bart's turn now, and he will once again use his bonus action. He used Misty Step and go behind the goblin and do the
Oh, he's
exact
probably got advantage.
do the exact same goddamn thing that he just did, rolling with a... Hold on, that is not my character sheet. There we go. Rolling an 11 to hit. But I believe Rex is right. He would have advantage because he's
I
flanking.
think. Would the spirit also would the spirit also count towards flanking as well? or-
No. It's only on either side, not on perpendicular.
Yeah, it's
With an 18 on the second roll, and
some
he
18
will
action.
stab right up through that goblin's chest, doing 9 damage. The goblin will gasp and go, "Fuck!" and drop to the ground dead as Bart pulls vibrato out of his bag.
Did that
I
guy
like
just
the-
curse?
I like to think for that goblin's last thing was just me giving him the middle claw as he shot me. That was the last thing he saw in life.
You know, Bart, as somebody who knows nothing about your sword, I feel like you missed out on using the coolest feature of it a lot.
Fireball.
What's the coolest feature? Hold on. I'll have to read it. I'll read up on that in a second.
It's the Bardic Inspiration thing.
I forgot about the Bardic Inspiration.
The bard
Um,
not remembering Bardic.
The bard forgetting how to bard.
To everybody else, what the ability does, when he uses Bardic Inspiration, he can add his Bardic Inspiration die to the damage with vibrato.
Well then. Excuse me. I'd like to start looting corpses, but I feel like I should leave some available for anyone
The
else should they
goblins,
also
for
choose to
fuck's
loot
sake.
corpses. I mean, they might
I
have
would
money.
also love to defile the dead for money.
Please.
Is anyone opposed to me searching all 4 of them that I killed?
You don't go nuts.
Search the 4 that you killed.
Do you want an investigation check on all four?
Roll just one investigation check.
19 plus 1, dirty 20.
You find another 7 gold.
Don't mind me. I'm gonna go ahead and act like I'm asleep so I don't have to hear the atrocities going on right now.
And I'll just stand over their corpses and cast Produce Flame and just taunt them. And then just disperse the flame. And then just go the fuck back to my tent. Like nothing happened, and Ember's gonna return to where it was formerly holding. No, actually, no. It's gonna stand outside my tent holding guard.
Bart will rub his face a little bit and... Well, that was certainly interesting. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I'm going to go get the remaining bit of my rest before it's my turn to watch. And he will walk back into his tent.
I presume that was less than an hour fighting, right?
Yeah.
That was literally like 12 seconds.
Uh-huh. The goblins,
yes.
the goblins showed up assuming they had the drop on us, and they got absolutely fucking decimated.
By a spirit.
By a spirit.
By a spirit. And then some angry fireballs.
Yep.
And a dagger to an unconscious goblin.
Uh-huh.
That I'm impressed was not going for the unconscious goblin that is currently in our camp.
I mean, there's nothing stopping Truck from stabbing him.
Please don't.
I mean, he's right there.
He's just a little guy.
And he's right there.
I would not.
While everyone's asleep, I will just decay the remaining bodies in ash so we don't have to trip over it in the morning.
And as you do so, the bodies will blow away in the wind. All right.
Are the atrocities done?
I'm
yes,
starting to
the
think.
atrocities are over.
I'm starting to think I may actually now be beating the pacifists in terms of kill count.
I believe so.
Oh
yes.
yeah, I'm glad that metric has changed.
I just want to point this out. My list currently lists 6 kills this session.
This session alone, and I'm pretty sure it was like what 8 before.
It was 4 confirmed, and then another 2 from the one shot, which are denoted so they don't count. But it was 4 previously, but there was 1 killed by flaming hands, 1 from the summoning of Ember formerly in the first battle, and then the on-summoning kill from this battle, the 2 kills from fiery teleportation, and then scorching ray.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I'll send you the entire list if you want to see it, just because it's funny.
I may end up adding it to your lore doc at some point.
Well, it's
Just
always
keeping
getting
a notes tab of whom I've killed and how it was done.
Oh, that's precisely what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just like on my phone's note, Sky Laporte kill count, 1 human disintegrated, and that's it.
I'll just put this in here.
And several goblin corpses.
Several goblin corpses.
That is the technical.
Well,
Clean up crew moment.
I like to think that the disintegration turned it sped up the decomposition phase of the bodies and returned them to the earth.
Given that there is a disintegrate spell, that is probably what happened, and not disintegration.
Uh-huh.
Rot them to ash.
Well, that was eventful.
Yeah. But Bart will not necessarily go back to sleep, but he's resting. And I will go ahead and say, eventually it'll become time for Sky and Bart to swap out. And nothing more eventful happens over the course of the night. And I will say that everyone has experienced a long rest.
Yippee.
It was an experience, wasn't it?
It was an experience.
I thank fuck.
Back-
One spell slot left.
Back up to 12 hit points.
Woohoo! I'm back up to 24. I had 23.
Back to 24. I took no
I was,
hits.
I took that additional 8 damage when back up to
Ah,
21.
Hit.
Wait, so we go back to max?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a long rest.
I am
You-
mostly paying attention, but I'm also still redrawing Kurok a little bit more.
Just click the long rest button and then hit the take long rest
Oh.
and confirm, and it will automatically reset everything for you the way it should be.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is it morning now?
It will be morning, yes. Unfortunately, I don't have a... I mean, I do have a morning version of this map, but...
My only question is has dawn occurred?
Yes. Dawn has occurred.
Okay, which means I get a new charge for my dagger of venom.
And I believe... Hold on. Let me have a look here. I believe, yes. My charges have also reset.
Mine have returned to, I used one charge on my staff. That's it.
Yep.
I probably would have used 2 if that goblin had attacked me.
Uh-huh. But instead he went for Bart.
You managed to talk him into beating Bart, and boy, he did beat him.
But as dawn, as the sun rises up over the hill, Bart will be seen cooking some eggs at the fire that he picked up. It smells very good. He's not as good at cooking as Natalie, but he's decent.
Where did you get those cooking utensils from?
I stole them off you.
Oh. Okay, fair enough.
You kind of left them out here, so I just washed them, and yeah.
Fair enough.
Hey, hey folks, could I potentially, get your attention real quick?
I'll look up in Ponder's direction and
Now,
yeah, what you need?
now I don't want y'all to take this the wrong way. I would never, try to tell you not to defend yourselves, obviously. But, maybe don't jump, like, immediately to the lethal option. I mean, any living thing that can think has the opportunity to change its mind on the course of the life it's choosing to go down.
One of them sure did change it. One of them sure did change its mind from attacking you to attacking me.
Okay, yeah, no, that's my bad, but
They shot me twice.
Well, I know that, and like I said, I would never dare tell you not to defend yourself. Obviously, it's just maybe let's not go nuclear right out the gate. Sometimes maybe negotiation is the option, or maybe we just rough them up a bit. Make them change their life decisions. It's just all this death. It seems like you guys are kind of callous to it.
Well, Ponder, to the guy that I took out last night, he chose his fate when he came to us.
We came to him.
I
Oh wait, are you talking
No,
about
they
the goblin?
The
The
goblin.
goblin, yes.
fire gives and fire takes. It is a source. It is a powerful force of nature.
Ponta,
This time,
I will tell
fire
you.
took people's lives.
I will tell you what I've said before. Like you say, death is a natural part of life. If Freyeth has her plan for such a thing, it was within her plan for them to come here and meet their demise here.
We just accelerated it for them.
We just
feel
made
like-
the meeting.
I feel like that's kind of jumping through some hoops.
No, No, it's not. I disagree, and you are wrong, and I'm going to use the shove action on you and push you into the fight. No, I'm kidding.
Well, that's kind of.
Listen, all I'm saying is, maybe we just think a little bit before you go killing folks.
Well,
I do think.
I think about it a lot.
there will come a
You know,
time where we won't have a choice.
Well, I mean, some of these situations, not that we've really had too long to figure it out, but some of these situations, I feel we probably wouldn't have had a choice.
I
But-
will say there was definitely a choice in that. Sky totally could have rolled intimidation to get them out of there.
See,
I don't know that. So
I don't. Look, thinking on your feet is kind of hard when you're sleepy.
It's on them for waking us up.
And Droop will groan and rub his eyes. Say, what happened last night? I heard a little bit of a ruckus, but I didn't fully wake up to see what was going on.
Don't worry about it.
Nothing in particular.
yeah, just don't worry about it. It was just some stuff happened.
Don't worry,
Wrestling
my
match.
little bunny friend.
Fish! And he'll reach down and grab the fish that sat there all night. It's gross and has bugs on it now, and he'll just shove it in his mouth.
Yep, that's goblin behavior.
No, I have information for you. Well, and he swallows. For getting me out of there.
Oh,
Yes.
Man, that food really changed your voice.
Yeah, it did. It's fine. This is the voice now because this is a little bit more natural. Hold on, I need to find the. Here it is.
did like one of the fish bones get caught in your throat or something?
It's fine. Don't talk about it. There's no cheese
There's
and
no
crackers
cheese
in
and
prison.
crackers in prison, Gromit. Get the fuck out of my head.
But so there's I don't know the exact location of Cragmore Castle, which I told you about yesterday.
Yes, as you told us yesterday, I totally remember.
Cragmore Castle is where the rest of the Black Spider live, or at least the group that follows the Black Spider. I can't remember if he's one person or if it's a whole cult. But that's where they live. That's their hideout. If your friend Gundren, that Bart was telling me about as we were walking, is still alive, he will likely be there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he isn't, maimed to death in a goblin camp.
Yeah. Well, if the letter was anything to go off of, they might have wanted him alive if they're looking for the same thing he is.
That is a fair point. But I also was saying that he wasn't maimed to death, so
It sounded a little bit sarcastic.
No, I was being 100% serious. He's not maimed to death at all.
I turned to Bart and I'm like, I've been practicing with this fire stuff for like a bit over a year at this point, but I don't think I've ever dealt with a hostage rescue.
I have a couple of times. But Droop will look at the party and he'll go, well, I don't know if you talk to Miss Alderleaf in town, the farmer, but there's a ruined town to the north of here called Thunder Tree. And there should be a druid there. I forget exactly what her name is. It starts with an R. But she will probably know the location of the castle.
That last part wasn't even part of the script. You just didn't remember.
You're right, I didn't remember.
Does this druid perhaps know some kid that has a really weird grandfather?
The druid? No. Alderleaf? Yes. And
Let's see.
if you remember, this lady whose name is, I didn't write it down. The Alderley Farm is where you went to talk to Pip, not Pip, the other one, Carp.
Fish.
Fish, where you went to talk to Fish.
And his weird grandpa showed up.
And his weird grandpa showed up and kidnapped him into the woods, yes.
In the woods.
So this was Alder Farm?
Alderley Farm,
Alderley Farm.
yes.
But I think if there's nothing left you have to do in Phandalin, we can get out of here and start heading north.
You know, I like look in my bag. Got a bunch of loot, but I don't think there's much purpose to us that we probably could sell off for some gold. I wonder if we can.
Mr. Goodberry could probably give us a good deal.
Maybe, although I might need your help, Kurok, trying to convince him to give us the best deal.
Well, of course, of course.
Because
I-
for some reason, Kurok rolls really fucking good on deception and persuasion.
But you
Yeah,
see,
for some
you're just-
reason.
You're just very convincing, Kurok.
Connor,
but-
for a little bit of context there, in the one shot, there were 3 incredibly wounded people in a hospital. He rolled persuasion to have them just get up out of bed and walk to the cart.
Also, he also rolled persuasion against me to give him a stick of dynamite, in which I rolled a nat 1 against him.
Uh-huh.
But we could probably sell this off somewhere and at least some chain, get some gold, because I don't think we still don't have that much gold on us, I believe, and I mean, what sense is all
We
this
could always
crap
do
have
more.
for us? I mean,
Did we write
Yeah,
down
but-
all of the things that we got from the hideout?
yes. I don't know if the other people have added them to their possessions. But
I
I've got
think
a silk
Ponder was the
pouch
one
with-
holding quite a bit of it.
Well, he was holding some stuff, but I've got a silk pouch with 5 cornelians worth 10 gold pieces each. 2 paradots worth 15 gold pieces. I believe there were 5 total that were divvied up across the party. A pearl worth 100 gold pieces, and I believe that was it.
I think so.
We also I think got 3 signet rings that were worth 50 each as well.
Yes.
That I think each of us except for Bart have that we got, I think, off the skeletons.
Yeah.
But I believe that is the rough runaround of everything we've got from there.
All right. Well, if you like, we can head back to Mr. Goodberry. I believe he owes us a little bit of money, anyways. And we can sell off some of these things.
Yeah, I do believe he owes us like half off of whatever we bought from him, right?
Yes.
Are we retconning that from last
Yes,
session?
we are. We are. Yes.
Okay. Because I already got my money back, so when he does it, I'll just not touch my character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did we already do that? might
We
have already
did.
We already did that, but
I did a little
he
bit of.
decided to retcon that to amend it for the
Yeah.
session, the sake of character introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, part of me was questioning why we weren't at Goodberry's shop, but makes sense.
I thought I had mentioned it, but I guess I didn't.
I
Nope.
think it was.
It might have just been
don't
you that
remember
I brought
how
it
we
up
mentioned
to.
about- I know you introduced the idea to me, but I just won't touch my character sheet because it's already been amended then. But
Yeah.
except for if we get any loot off of, if we manage to convince him to take our loot at a fair price.
All right. Well, after deciding that the party was going to go back to Phandalin to finish up selling off some stuff and getting some money back from good old Gary, they will pack up the camp and head off.
Also, make sure I pack up my cooking utensils and shit, and I've cleaned those up to be ready for next use. Ah, yes. Sitting around the campfire.
Hold on.
So are we just gonna keep continuously bringing Droop along with us? Is it just like a lost puppy?
Yeah, he's our friend.
He'll break off at some point. I need to decide when. Because it
What do you
doesn't.
mean he'll break off at some point? He's my friend.
He's your
He
friend.
just dies. He
He's
dies.
my friend.
Gets killed in combat.
It tells me to just kind of make up when he leaves, and because I already have a DMPC, yeah.
Who's gonna be our fart buckle?
And we are going to go ahead, head back to Vandalin. And oh god, hold on.
Oh, wrong character.
Let me boom.
Where's the others?
Boom. There we go.
I guess I'll just do this for... There we go.
There we go. Hey, folks. You take care of those red brands.
Yes, we did. Now would you kindly pay us back our money?
Here you go. And he will hand everyone 5 gold, which I believe I did. There's a little extra for taking care of it.
Appreciate it. I've seen things that I never want to see again, and I'm probably gonna see even worse in the future.
Hey, you, Mr. Rabbit Man. I've never seen you before. I got a question for you.
Yes.
Oh no.
If you had to pick between traveling all across the country of Volnaria and having a great adventure, or getting your legs chopped off by a goblin, which would you choose?
No, it seems awfully close to what just happened earlier.
Well, I'm not particularly fond of goblins. For the most part. There are some exceptions. So adventure would be my choice.
Thank goodness.
Like an old Droop.
I thought you were gonna pick the goblin. That's very offensive. This is Australian now. I guess Droop's Australian because I can't remember how I did his fucking voice. There we go.
You know
There's
what?
no
All
cheese and
goblins are
cheese and
Australian.
crackers in prison, bro.
Grubby. That's very offensive, Mr. Goodberry. I'll have you know. Hey, buddy. You're not welcome in my shop.
Jesus.
I like this guy even more.
All right, hold on. I will be right
You know
back.
what? I give up on trying to get y'all to be nice.
I mean, you're trying to get this group to be nice.
Dressed like Bart, but it's too hot in my room for that now, so.
You know, I look at Gary, say, I know I'm not particularly fond of you,
That's me.
but we did get, I mean, to be blunt, you are a bit annoying.
I can't believe this. Everyone in town loves me. Except for my wife.
Well, that's a
I think we want to broach that topic.
surprise. Anyways, we found a bunch of loot inside that
Loot.
Red Brand hideout, and we're looking for a fair deal on what it's worth because it doesn't serve much purpose for us.
What do you got?
Do you think it'd be well? I gesture at the others. I just start pulling out the things I got, starting with let me pull up my inventory. Starting with the 5 Cornelians, Then my 2 paradots. I think some other people have others. I have a couple others. I don't remember. I then pull out the signet ring that I took off the skeleton. Said we got 3 of these things, and then I pull out the tunnel. So I'm surely this has got worth some amount of change. And I gesture at Kurok to come help me.
Hi.
The fuck was that, Kurok?
That was a weird ass.
Sorry, I was
That was a weird ass
out.
noise. I don't know if I would hear that
He was
again.
talking about wasn't working. Maybe those
Sorry,
windows
I-
weren't working. He was talking
I was
about.
looking at another window.
Why were you looking at window? What is with you and windows?
He needs to activate
You
it.
know,
He needs to activate his windows.
What's your point?
no,
What the fuck do
Is
you
that-
he
mean?
must really like defenestration.
It's part of my thing.
Tell you
Okay.
what.
Hi there, Mr. Goodberry.
Hey, buddy. You were my favorite.
Would you rather give us a good deal on these sales, or have your legs chopped off by your goblin?
Roll intimidation.
I mean, he did kill a wizard. Can I aid him?
Yeah, sure. Roll it
Yeah, it
advantage.
probably doesn't matter.
You know what? I'll roll it just in case. Okay. 20 for
Roll.
the intimidation check.
Dirty 20.
I rolled a 17. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 3.
Well, I suppose if I had to pick, I'll go with the giving you a good deal. How about 500 gold?
I take a look back at Natalie to see if that's good for it.
You know, given that like the pearl alone is worth 100, and then the signet rings are 50, I'll nod, thinking, it's 100 gold pieces each sounds fair in my opinion.
I look back at Mr. Goodberry.
Add another 5 on, and you're good.
505 gold?
Yes.
All right, you got a deal. And he'll walk inside. You hear like rustling. I forgot I drew that. You hear some rustling around inside, and then he'll come back out carrying a big old sack of gold. That's Kurok. And he will hand it to Kurok. Here you go, my boy.
I'm gonna remove
Thank you very
all
much.
that stuff from my inventory, and then I'll gesture Croc. Okay, now let's spread that out amongst the party, my friend.
Kurok, because you got an extra 5 added to it, add 105. Everyone else, add 100.
Huh. 100 gold.
I'm curious how much gold everyone's got.
194.
186.
224, because I keep looting corpses.
112.
174.
I keep looting people's corpses.
You do.
I swear, I don't know why.
I have a
don't know if
little
you
bit
guys-
more glance to loot every corpse that I see.
Yeah, I hope you guys did anything else.
Hey,
Unless you got anything else that's giving us money.
but I'm just gonna take a look around the shop if you don't mind. Is that all right?
Sure, go ahead. And he will step aside and let you inside.
What kind of shit does he got?
I'll
Oh, shit.
begrudgingly walk in, gesturing at Ember to, you know what? Ember will just follow me. It doesn't give a shit.
What kind of shit does he got? What kind of?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the kind of shit that
Already
he got.
that.
Quite a shop of curios.
Quite a curious shop, if you will.
Well, he's got all the
That could
same
be useful.
stuff as you saw previously. He has healing potions, I believe. Hold on. He has holy symbols, holy water, healer's kits.
Does he have a holy hand grenade?
He does not.
Oh, how much for one of
for
those
the
healing
healer's
kits?
kit? Yeah, I was
For
about to ask, how much for a healing kit? Because I honestly kind
For
of...
a
wouldn't mind
healer's
having
kit, it doesn't give me an exact amount unless it does. Yes, it does. So you're asking about that healer's kit over here?
Yeah, what about that healer's kit?
For you, 5 gold pieces.
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 All right, now it's 10.
Five
You
gold
get one for
pieces.
5 gold pieces?
No, it's 10 gold pieces because you kept saying it.
What? Well, no. I was just making doubly sure.
You're heading for 15.
What if I give you 5?
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
May I
Legal
also-
trade.
May I also take one for 5 gold pieces?
For you, 8 gold pieces.
How about 5?
Sure, I'll take it.
All right, and then I'll just, I guess, kind of like take my claw and kind of just flip the 5 gold pieces at him and hopes he catches it.
And he pulls off his hat, and it lands right in his hat, and it disappears. His hat is a bag of holding, and he puts it back on his head.
A bag of hatting.
A bag of
That's
hatting.
where he keeps a big old brain.
Uh-huh. That's
Now
why
I
he.
will add
That's actually
a-
why he's so stupid, because most of his existence, his brain is actually on the
brain's
astral
in it.
plane.
I'll take a healer's kit. I feel like that might actually be useful, especially if Ponder gets injured.
Well,
I mean,
we,
I also...
we have 3 people who can heal.
Yeah,
Nah, don't
worth
worry.
to
Up for
it.
debate.
Look,
It's mostly for if we're out of spell slots and
Yeah.
somebody needs
Yeah.
to get stabilized.
Yeah.
being over-prepared never hurts.
No, I know.
Especially since we're not playing with encumbrance.
DM, find a way to make it hurt.
Gary Goodberry takes out a portable hole and stuffs it in his hat, and a black hole forms.
Would Gary perchance have any form of foodstuffs?
Food stuffs?
Yes, like I guess things like more like meat or other things I could use to say prepare like a proper meal rather than rations.
Here, come with me. And he'll lead you towards a store off in the other direction from the thing. And he'll open it up, and inside it you see blocks of magic ice, which I'm sure is a thing. Keeping just any meat you can think of is in here. I don't have a list, so I'm just gonna say yes.
I mean, let's see. I went through my fish
I'm
supplies.
good with anything as long as we don't eat rabbit.
Man,
Hmm,
hair sounds pretty good.
You know what? I could go for some deer stew.
you say
Why would you-
deer, Bart?
Yes.
Have you guys ever had
know-
turtle stew?
Yes.
You know, I really do not like that Kevin guy though.
Oh, Kevin, you mean the giant goat that constantly haunts the town?
Yes, that Kevin.
I have goat off there in the corner.
You know, I'll consider it, but I think, you know, Bart mentioned deer. I think I'll get like an assortment of, I guess, like deer, and maybe I guess
Venison.
some beef and chicken. Yeah, Venice beef and chicken.
Venison, beef, and chicken.
Yeah, how much would that cost me?
All right.
Say like
he-
a day's worth of each, like a meal's worth of each.
He'll like flip through a ledger. For all of that, 20 gold.
Okay.
Because you said what,
And
7
I
meals worth of each?
Like like 1 meal worth of each.
1 meal worth of each? Oh, okay.
The
Actually,
whole party though.
actually, 15 gold.
15.
15 gold.
Okay, I'll pay him and I'll add this to my other possessions.
Sky, I will give you a chance to actually look around because the rest of the party has been in this shop, but you have not.
What armors does he have on sale?
Let's see. He has...
Would you rather?
He has, off in the corner, you see laying on the back area there, he has some leather armor. He has just like a random assortment of wool clothing, and then he has 2 pairs of iron breastplates, or whatever, metal breastplates.
And those would constitute as heavy armor?
Yeah, those would be heavy armor.
I can't say I'm particularly interested in buying anything at the moment.
But other than back in the actual armor area, out here he has just an assortment of items, tomes, just other curios. Bart bought a lute last time they were in here.
Loot.
Lute. A bard with an instrument makes sense.
Yes.
Loot.
Lute.
Loot. Loot.
What's going on,
They
girlfriend?
love crushing loaf.
They love crushing a low.
But
What's
yeah,
going on?
I don't think I will buy anything.
All right. Oh no! Oh god! Guys,
They're
don't look outside.
Okay, I've mostly redesigned Karak.
Is this the borderless version?
I see.
Well, it's borderless. I reduced the chin a little bit.
He's
Oh
no
yeah,
longer,
I
up
see.
he's no longer the
I
Crimson
think
Chin.
it a little.
Sir Chinnigan.
The chin was entirely because of the borders.
The only thing that you didn't fix is the green border. It's still shaped.
Yeah,
to
I need to go redo it. He's casting illusion on himself. That's why. Oh geez, now that I think about it, I've got to go through and update my model again
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
new
you do.
jaw size. But yeah, that's why I was not ready to respond to Gary Goodberry earlier.
That's fine. Would you like to get anything else?
Personally, no.
No? Okay.
Would there be any other like survival supplies inside of the store?
There's like bread, water, stuff like that, but other than that, not really.
Darn. Yeah, I was hoping to find maybe like a fishing rod too, but I mean, I guess there's always the way my people used to do it before we became civilized.
Oh, a fishing rod, you say?
Yes.
In fact, he does have one of those. It's
I can
leg.
get you a vision rod.
You want a fishing rod? Tell you what. 45 gold. No. What does it actually tell me?
It is probably like a couple silver, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Well, fishing tackle itself is 1 gold apiece.
Oh,
I'll
But there-
probably need that too, though.
Yeah, there's no actual rod.
Basic fishing equipment.
Basic fishing equipment.
Actually, no,
Yeah.
that's from Spelljammer, though.
Well, I will just
Yeah.
go ahead and say 45 silver for a rod and 1 gold piece for each for 4 pounds of tackle.
Okay. Oh. said 25 for the rod and 1 gold piece for the tackle?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will take out 25 silver pieces and the 1 gold piece, and I'll pay the man.
You'll pay the man. All
I'm
right.
just the party's survivalist.
It's quite important. It is quite important.
Thank you.
Right? Is
And I'll
there
add this to my backpack.
anything else anyone would like to do?
Not that I can think of.
All right. So you will all head back out of old Gary's tavern. It's not a tavern. It's a shop. I don't know why I said tavern.
Because it's classic.
Well, that's not what I meant to do.
Well, I guess we're now using Spelljammer for the fishing rod mechanics.
I could feel him dying with that sentence.
And Gary will come out and goodbye, my friends. You're all welcome back anytime, except for you. And he points over at the goblin. I hate goblins.
Why are you so mean to my good friend over here?
He's a goblin. That's why.
Well, I mean,
One of these days, he's going to get the reckoning. He deserves.
I ain't got nothing.
These days, those goblins, they'll get the reckoning they deserve.
I fucking thwack him across. No, I'm joking.
I can't
Roll-
argue
roll
with
the
him.
hit.
They did attack us last night.
Yeah, see, exactly. He gets what I'm talking about.
I mean, not all goblins are the same. Like, if Turtles had a reputation for just going around killing folks, you know, I would obviously be an exception to that.
Would
Look at you.
Huh.
You got big old claws. I'm sure you could kill something.
I can. I have before. I don't like doing it.
Quite a bit, honestly.
I present my I just present my claws for my paws. Like, I also have claws. It hurt like a motherfucker. Oh no. We're entity cramming.
Aggressive Gmod clipping noises.
But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you like. Don't if you didn't. I don't really care. And then he walks into the inn. Not the inn, the fucking shop. Well, that was fucking weird.
What the hell? He said something about a video?
What's a video?
What's the video?
Did he mean a minor image?
I don't know. Are you guys enjoying this live stream?
I'm not going back to the inn.
Look, folks. I'm gonna be, a little bit honest here. We should probably get to the task at hand. We kind of been, side questing it.
Well,
there's apparently some lost mines in Fandelva that we need to go touch.
Well, like I said,
yeah.
there's no cheese and crackers in prison, Gromit. There we go. If we are to find the lost mines, or even find your friend Gundren, who appears to know where those might be, we need to go to Thunder Tree Ruins to find that druid.
Thunder Tree Ruins? Where's that?
That's to the
Is there any
north.
trees that
It's to the north, Gromit.
Well, folks, do we want to head north? Do we want to go ahead and go north?
I say we go ahead and
Go
go
ahead.
north.
Why not?
All
Drew, can I pull you off to the side real quick?
Yes, of course.
Just kind of put my arm around his shoulders. Drew, come on, you can't be making decisions for us, man. I mean, I get it. I've been calling you my friend, but like these people, they don't like you, and I don't want you making decisions and then, not going with the decisions because they don't like you. That's what I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm just, looking out for the better interest of my party.
Hey, Exodus.
Yeah.
Can I hear this given my ears and heightened perception?
Roll
Same
perception,
ears,
please.
Since I have massive ears.
Okay, well, stand by in a momento.
Well,
Perception, got it.
I'm here to give information, and that's what I did. You can hear that
16.
you can hear that they're talking. You can't hear what they're saying.
What about me? I got a 16.
You vaguely hear Ponder go like, "These people don't like you," and Droop going like, "Information."
Can I sneak
I-
up close to try and hear?
Roll stealth, I guess.
I'd like to yell at Ponder. Like, I heard that. Also, when did I say that?
This is the private
That
conversation.
one.
Go away, Karak.
Darn.
Look. All I'm saying is, you were like, I say we go north early, and like I get it. That is the logical step. But I mean, I wasn't really asking you because you just give us the information and we follow it. We choose to follow it should we want to. And I don't want you to feel like I'm angry at you. I'm not. It's just I don't want these people, like going against what we probably should or would want to do. Just because, they may not like you, and they're like, oh, well, just because he said it, I don't want to do it now,
You're right.
Hey,
I should just let you and your
Karak.
boyfriend lead the party.
Thank you. Wait, what?
Karak,
Yes?
you think, that conversation, I think we should go south.
I think we should too.
All right.
I cast Gaddon Bolt at 3rd level.
I cast Fireball at 5th level.
Fire. You know what? Fireball scroll.
I forgot you had that. Oh.
Throw it into the
okay.
shop as we're leaving.
I just give him a little pat on the shoulder. Good talk. Okay, fellas. So what's the call? Are we heading north to that the ruins, whatever?
Yes,
the Thunder Tree.
I say we go north to Thunder Tree. Yes.
But can I take you off to the? No, I'm joking.
Wait, hold on.
Just take him off to the side and start aggressively making out.
But yes, I do believe that we should go north. That seems like the logical step here. Back the way we came, fellas.
I'm waiting for more of this.
Why was I expecting that
ship
in
between between Ponder and Bart.
Do you guys
I need to see where this goes.
Do you guys think that we should go talk to Mr. Elmer Barthin and see if we can rent his cart?
Oh yeah, he was going to give us something too, like half off on shit.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to pay us or something. I don't remember.
You already bought the thing that you wanted anyways. It was for a health potion, remember?
Well, yeah, but I got that from Mr. Goodberry.
Make the best health potions. But I'm going through a messy divorce right now, so they're filled with tears.
I wasn't talking to you, Mr. Goodberry. I'm sorry.
Remind me not to drink any of those health potions.
Well, you're going to have to. Look, if I told you how health potions... If I told you how health potions were made, you probably wouldn't drink them anyway, okay? Let's just say that they're cherry-flavored liquid.
Gary's hanging halfway out the window. I heard my name out here. I just had to be so nosy.
Shut up.
Oh, that's rude.
Go back inside.
No. Oh, that's Sky. But...
Oh, I'll just start walking towards Elmer's.
I don't have...
I suppose I could follow that.
Why did I even bring that up? I don't have that map!
Okay, hey folks, maybe we should go by Elmar Barthen's,
Hold on. Where is it? Can you stay?
Oh, hey, actually, now to think about it, it might be a good idea to get ourselves a cart. That was like 3 days journey by horse-drawn cart or ox-drawn cart. So
that was also from Neverwinter.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Thunder Tree is up kind of near-ish Neverwinter.
Oh yeah,
then
where we came.
Yeah, we're backtracking quite heavily. Yeah, we should probably get like some horses in a cart, so that we don't take 2 weeks to get there.
Hold on.
I would love it if we didn't take 2 weeks to get there.
That's the smith.
What about Mr. Smith?
Yes.
There we go. And you all head up to old Barthen's provisions.
Hey, Mr. Barthen, I say as I am already in the shop because I am an extra dimensional being with the capability of being anywhere at any time.
Why, hello, my friend. What can I do for you?
I forgot you have my
I need a
voice.
ride.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
How
Well-
much for a cart?
Well,
Well, yeah, what they said.
I have one right out there. Got a nice ox attached to it.
No offense to your ox, but ox tend to be on the slower side of things. Do you know where we could possibly get a hold of a couple horses, maybe, in a horse-drawn cart?
Well,
That way we're not, taking up your cart for hauling stuff.
as it so happens, fellas. Oh, that's not right. Howdy, I'm Mr. Barthen. There we go. As it just so happens, there's one that was left by your good buddy, old Gundren. It's right across the street, parked near the smithy. He just said to leave it there. We've been feeding the horse. But other than that, there's not really. That's it. Yeah. Given that it's your friends, I can't even charge you for it. That'd be just morally incorrect.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hey, folks, can y'all come to the corner of the shop real quick? Just a little bit of a sidebar over here.
Ember's just gonna sneak in and try to listen in, curious.
Guys, I don't mean to alarm you. We saw his horse and cart dead on the road here.
Well,
I think that might be a zombie horse.
you can
So you're saying
assume.
I'm dead.
You can assume because Gundren had you bring all of these supplies to Phandalin. It's kind of a center for their operation, and they would have more than one horse, more than one cart.
Okay, maybe it's not a zombie horse. Never mind.
Would
Sidebar over.
Would it be safe to assume I've already seen a horse before at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We passed by a dead one.
Okay, I don't know if the rules pertaining to this specify if it has to be dead or alive.
It also, with wild shape rules, you can just kind of say you've seen an animal, unless it's like a particularly odd animal.
I was
if it,
planning on using Xanthers to go through and add a list based off of everything what I would have seen, based off of having been raised in the forest.
if it's something like, say, oh, I want to turn into this fucking alpha bugbear. Not bugbear, owlbear. I would say you would have had to see one of those, but like a horse, a cow, something
Pretty
like
common.
that. Yeah.
What's not common is seeing one of those horses in a hospital.
Okay, so theoretically that means I could just wild shape into a horse.
Theoretically, yes. The horse used the elevator. I didn't know it could do that.
I didn't know it knew how to do that. Okay, well, I guess we can go get that horse and cart and, get on our way pretty much, unless anybody needs something here.
No, I don't
Oh,
need
yeah.
anything.
Hey, Mr. Barthen, didn't you say you were going to pay us or something for getting rid of the red brands or something? I don't quite remember what our deal was with you. I think it was just like half off, wasn't it? Or were you gonna pay us? Or
Yes, I remember. And he hucks a no, I'm kidding. He'll come out and he'll walk over.
you chuck a Molotov cocktail across the counter?
Hold
I
on.
think this is payment bit.
This is him.
Well then.
Uh-oh.
He's quite a lad, isn't he?
He is.
I probably should leave.
I'm quite concerned that you just have an adult green dragon on standby.
I'd like to seduce him.
No, hold on.
Oh, you do that, Kurok. You do that.
No,
Why
see
is he
that's
sideways?
that's how it spawned. But he will look at you and he'll just chuckle very softly and he'll go, "Yes, I do believe I was gonna pay you. And this voice is getting a little bit deeper every time I do it." And he will hand you a pouch of 25 gold.
5 gold. Why?
Is that
That's
for
enough to
each
give
of us or
everybody
just
5. Is it for each of us, or is it 5 gold each?
5 gold each.
Okay.
Given this is a bit of a
Here's
smaller
money.
shop, he probably would not have as much gold as Gary Goodberry.
Here, have 5 gold each of you.
Thank you.
Except for you, Droop. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's rude. I'm not here anyway.
Oh, did he already leave? Did he part ways with us?
I forgot to spawn him, so we're gonna say yes.
Mr. Barthen, what kind of? Do you have any horse feed?
Thinking about it, I think I do. And if I recall
What?
correctly,
Hold on, Mr.
It's-
Barthen, I need you to clear your throat before you start sounding like Gary Goodberry. I might have just hit you if you kept sounding like that.
I might just go ahead and give me that 25 gold back. No, I'm kidding. If you had to pick between,
Okay.
but no,
Is it time to pull out Everlasting Grief?
2 gold. It'll be 2 gold.
I'll flip him 2 gold. I'll pay for it.
But
And he'll
feed days is 5 copper.
wait. What is it? Hold on.
Yeah, it's 5 copper for a day.
How many days do we need?
5 silver.
Fine. I'll flip him 5 silver then.
Oh well, I was gonna get like a week's supply.
Well, yeah.
Well, how much is a copper? 1 gold piece is worth 1 copper. So what you said was worth 5 copper pieces?
I think. I mean, he just said 5 silver, so
Oh, 5 silver.
I don't know if that's if he's up in the price or what.
No. It would be. You said a week's supply, right?
Yeah, a week's supply, so 7 days.
Yeah, that'd be about 4 or 5 silver.
Or if I wanted, you know what? We'll just up it
That'd
to
be
10
30.
days, do 5 silver.
That works.
Yep.
I'll pay him because I don't know. Is anyone else carrying silver pieces on them, or am I just the only one?
I actually do have some silver.
I also have some silver.
I'll
we
just
got
pay him anyways because I think I'm the richest one here.
You are.
I think we got it from somebody.
Yeah, so I just paid him for 7 days of horse feed.
All right.
Who wants to carry this? Or should
got
I?
it.
All right, I'll pass it off to Ponder.
All right. Well, I thank you
Ponder can
kindly.
have us
I thank you
7 days
kindly.
of horse feed.
I hope you folks have a good journey. Hopefully, nothing bad happens.
Why'd you
I
say
feel like
that?
you're foreshadowing.
Why'd you go
something.
and say that?
Well,
Are you wishing us bad luck?
No, I would
Are you
never.
wishing
I
your
would
horse
never.
dies?
I would never. He sounds super sarcastic, but that's just how I'm making his voice.
Like Luis.
Anyway, thank you for your support. Yeah, I think that's about it. Y'all ready to go?
I'm ready.
I think so.
Might as well go.
Alrighty. Well, hey, you have a nice day. And
Yeah, you too.
and Scott, would you kindly get off of the chandelier?
It's too
gonna
comfortable
swing
up here.
from the chandelier.
Wanna not get copyrighted?
Oh, that was loud.
That was high pitched. That was
Oh.
surprising.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm jumping in the chandelier now.
Whoopity-boo-boo.
The chandelier. Let's go. Rocky
I'm
More
gonna
than one
call
person on
you
the
Elliot.
more than one person on the chandelier.
Why didn't you play that earlier when we were entity clipping?
Because when you mentioned that, I realized I should make a soundboard of that, and I did.
Hey, I'm gonna call this horse Elliot. Are there any objections to that?
Elliot
Actually,
the
wait, Natalie, can you talk to the horse? Do you have speak with animals?
I mean, I'm a druid. I'd be concerned if I couldn't speak with the horse.
Speak with the horse.
You
Do
should-
it. Speak with the
You should
horse.
ask the horse's
Um,
name.
Oh, okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just do it. I can't speak with animals.
I won't make you use a spell slot because this is something silly.
Okay. I ask the horse. I go up to the horse and I put my hand on its mane, and I ask it, "What is your name, my friend?"
My name is Susan.
Okay.
I ask that you don't question my life choices, please.
I don't plan to. Their name is Susan.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Susan. It's a beautiful mane you got.
That is where I'm going to leave it because, frankly, it's probably better off I don't ask the rest of that.
All right. Who
Well-
will be?
Yeah, who wants to drive?
I'll
Can
try.
I
No.
Can I ask the horse? How should I refer to it as?
I prefer using he/him pronouns, but I like the name Susan, so that's my name.
Well, what are your
Okay.
horse nouns?
You're a horse now.
You know, given I'm the one who can talk to it, and I know a thing or two about animals, it might be best if I drive the horse.
Did we?
Well, maybe that's actually a good
Did
idea.
we?
World.
Did we spend a fucking hour in that? No, there's no way.
We spent like 2 hours in combat and the like before we left for like Gary Goodberry's.
No, because
Yeah,
the music just moved to the next one. I think.
Oh,
But
No, it didn't. It didn't. I lied.
I think it'd be best if I drive the horse.
perhaps. Why is there another Kurok?
They're
It changed the way my
multiplying.
horns look.
Maybe I think these
Don't worry, I got rid of the other guy.
I can't wait till we eventually get an HD render of Kurok.
Well,
I mean, I like to think that I'm slowly getting it better.
it's
time
just
renew revisions of Kurok will be
he just uses Photoshop to create a photorealistic Kurok.
I would love to see it. Like, he just takes the Kurok, he just takes the Kurok sprite and just maps real textures over
Yes.
Um,
it. Like how people do with like the fucking realistic cartoon characters where they'll just take fucking
Jesus.
all right, fellas, let's all gather into the cart and let's go.
Okay.
I think for the sake of I'll like dismiss Ember and it will just like slowly dissipate. And
I understand.
no, it's not. I can just summon it out of whim.
Oh,
it's
okay.
just not exactly practical to transport a spirit that's made of fire in a wooden cart that we need space to keep everyone else in.
Could
By the
have
way,
him
for
walk
the-
behind.
For the sake of this, I'm gonna go ahead and add a horse and a cart to my inventory.
Yeah.
And then we'll.
I would say that after this journey, or after this, you can keep the horse in the cart. So, add it to your mounts if you want to. I don't care. Do what you want with it.
So it's very fucking weird, but you straight up can just add a horse and a cart to your inventory, not even in your extras.
That's hilarious.
Are
Do
you saying
it.
you don't carry a
you-
horse in your back pocket?
If you add it to your extras, though, wouldn't you be able to summon it easily through the token browser?
Yes, I think he would.
So it might be beneficial to have them both, because I have Ember marked as, like, in my actions and stuff, but I also have it marked in extras as a companion, so I can pull the token out on him.
Also, we can also store up to 540 pounds of stuff on this cart. So
Awesome.
That'd be useful if we were using encumbrance rules.
But as everyone gets on the horse, I see that Karak has decided he would like to ride on the actual horse. You'll hold on.
You drifting the horse.
If I turn it, everyone will not go with it. See?
No, I think you could. Maybe.
It's simple.
Eurobeat noises.
There. Perfect.
why are we
so
beating euros?
I don't know.
But as
I
you
don't
all
know.
exit town and head back the direction you came from 2 days ago, you all chat and tell more stories to each other. It takes about 3-ish days to get there, but you do. And you night one, you'll kind of stop in an open clearing. Nothing of note really happens. Where's my? Why did I put all my dice away? Why did you
Should
guys
I
let me do
go-
this?
Should we mark through 3 days worth of rations?
I would, yes.
Oh, I also marked through the 3 days of horse feed.
Yep.
That's something I probably should have got while we were there, because I have 4 days left. So
It's fine. Because
then again, I think Natalie,
Yeah.
don't you have Goodberry? Or do you?
Uh,
Well, I mean, over the course of this, you probably can prepare it at some point, but
yeah,
Goodberry will feed you for a day.
I'll be right back in the bathroom.
I'm down to 6 days
but-
rations.
all 3
I'll be
days.
right back in the bathroom.
All 3 days, nothing of note really happens. You encounter a herd of small foxes, and they, of course, all flock towards Natalie, being druid
pet
in
them.
nature.
I pet them.
Some spots you'll just stop and take a rest. You'll run into some goblins, but they're not. They don't attack you. In fact, they look as though they're dressed up as carnies, and they look at you, and one of them will look towards Ponder and go, "Are you guys going to the Witchlight Carnival?"
Not currently.
Ponder.
I said not currently.
It
Not
did.
anytime soon, man.
It did not come through. Oh, okay. And they keep walking, and that was all that interaction was.
So
Hey,
no
guys.
casting fireball as a scroll.
No.
Hey, folks. I got a confession to make.
Yes.
that drip guy, I really didn't like him.
Me neither.
I don't think any of us did. He was a little bit weird and tried to take charge of the party, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, no.
So we're all of the same mind.
Plus, like, he kept saying there's no cheese and crackers in prison, Gromit. And I don't know who Gromit is. And I don't know why he's so fascinated with cheese and crackers, but
But what about prison?
yeah,
What?
I mean,
Like-
there's that too.
Do we know if he's ever actually been to prison?
Well, he was
I don't
sort of
think I
in
want to
prison.
know.
I mean, he was yeah, but I wouldn't know. I don't know if I would call that prison, though.
Do y'all think he might have been into it, like when those bugbears were torturing him?
He might have been.
I mean, I'm
he
not
might
sure
have
if he
been.
was there willingly. Was he there willingly? I don't know at this point.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we left unasked.
It's probably best
And
we
honestly,
leave him
I think
unasked.
it's probably
Yeah.
better.
The less
I
we
don't-
know, the better.
Yeah, I don't think I
Ignorance
wanted
is-
to know more about that guy.
Ignorance is bliss.
Let me see.
I
Something.
think I hate goblins, guys. No, I'm joking.
Well, that's unexpected.
Look,
I-
I just happen to hate anything that's a mouse or a rat,
You know
or
what?
giant goats named Kevin, or Gary Goodberry, and children named Pip that seem to really hate tabaxis.
I might not hate goblins, but you know what I do hate? I hate mind goblins.
I ain't falling for that again. Who the hell got a horn?
I feel like Kurok might have one of those on him.
Probably.
Sorry, I accidentally dropped it off the horse.
And it just so happens that as you come back, I'm gonna hit Control C real quick. You pull up into a clearing. If it's going to load, there we go. You can't see. Okay. Hold on. Where?
I can't see shit.
I'm blind.
I'm glad.
Spiders.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, those are just twigs. I thought those were wood woads. That's a thing.
A woodwode?
Yeah, wood woad. They're like little tree people.
And I'm going to just say, as you pulled up to the clearing, you all hopped off the cart, you tied Susan off, gave him some food, and walked your way further towards the ruined town.
Have fun,
Is-
Susan. Not too
is
much
there-
fun.
Is there like any either? So are we going where the druid is?
Well, okay, hold on. I meant to hide the druid. You're not supposed to be able to see the druid.
Well, I can see the druid pretty clearly, so
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm mostly asking because I'm really wanting to look out for either hidden messages written in Druidic, or just signage pointing generally where civilization is.
You do see one sign. It's really old and dilapidated. It said in common. It'll say, Thunder Tree. What?
And is there, like-
Nathan? What is this?
In reference to what we didn't see.
What
What we didn't see? You
What?
mean you mean this?
Giant enemy spider.
All right. But sorry, I need to finish my sentence. I got distracted. It's the sign is kind of old and dilapidated. It's hanging lopsided, but in common it says Thunder Tree, and underneath in Druidic it also says Thunder Tree.
Well, that was useful.
Hey,
Can
you
I look
asked.
for any more? Can I look like along the trees and like along like the wilderness alongside the trail for any more things that might be hidden in Druidic?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you
Fucking
all
nasty money.
as you're making your way towards Thunder Tree, the trail, it becomes a little bit more old and overgrown, but posted off, you can see near like the more clear opening of town, you see a sign that reads "Danger! Plant monsters and zombies. Turn back now."
I'm just going to I think I'll just like scoff at the sign. And, that's funny.
Man, that sounds like a award-winning game we could make.
I think this is knowledge only I'd observe.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because
But
I think it's
let me read the thing, because I meant to read the thing. Gradually, as you move towards town, the trail becomes more old and overgrown, winding between dilapidated buildings choked in vines and brush. Ahead of you, in the middle of the settlement, rises a steep hill upon which stands a stone tower with a partially collapsed roof. And an adjoining cottage. A dirt road hugs the base of the hill and winds its way between the old stone houses, many of which are roofless ruins with interiors open to the weather. Other buildings appear more or less intact, but the whole place is eerily silent.
I wonder if we should go up towards the hill.
This place is eerily silent.
Oh,
Man, this
seems
place
run
seems
down.
eerily silent.
You want to go up towards the hill?
That might be the. I mean, there might be
Well,
something
while
up
this
there,
decision
and
is made, I will be back in a moment. Feel free to
We
take
m-
me wherever.
we might be able to see a bit more clearly
Oh!
per se.
Hey,
Actually,
wait a
I'm
minute.
Can I climb a tree?
Hold on, we don't need to do that. I actually have a spell for this.
You have
I'm gonna cast Elevated Sight.
Oh, I was just gonna climb a tree like a tabaxi.
So, cast your eyes skyward, granting you sight from a higher vantage point. You project your vision to see through an invisible sensor, which appears in a spot up to 120 feet above you. So I'm gonna shoot that like 50 feet up.
50 feet up?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna say you're what, like right here-ish doing that. I need to move everyone over, but
Could I? Eh.
as you do so, you look around. A lot of the buildings you can see, there's a bunch of just plants and stuff scattered around. Some of the buildings with the roofs you can't quite see into, obviously. And you see some smoke rising out of the tower.
Huh. Well, there's a tower over there that's got smoke rising out of it. I'm pretty sure y'all can see that. I just see a lot of overgrown plants and stuff. Doesn't seem like there's too much to see here other than dilapidated buildings.
Oh, also one more. As you look to the south, you see another building with smoke rising from the chimney.
Oh, wait, hold on. To the south, there's a building that's got smoke coming from the chimney, which, I mean, at least to me, sounds like there's a person in there.
Yes, that seems very likely. Yes.
Also,
Hear
as
me out.
Ponder's doing this, his eyes are glowing green.
Oh.
Maybe.
Can
Hear me out.
Can I ask you, Ponder, to roll a perception check, please?
Perception. I feel like this is important, so I'm gonna use a reroll.
Go for it. And roll a d4 and then a d20.
That is for sure. I'm now glad that I did that. That's a 25. That's a 10.
All right, now roll a d4.
Oh, a D4. I forgot about that. Yeah. Dose.
So as you go to relay the information, actually, I will say, first we will do what you see. As you look back towards the tower, you see, there's webbing kind of in and around it, but some of it seems to be disturbed, as if there was a giant spider there at some point, but something may have scared it off. And as you look at it, you see in the smoke a slight tinge of green.
For the tower or the
for the tower? For the tower.
Okay, so there's that tower
But-
got the smoke.
But
It looks like there's
as you begin to relay this information, you believe that you are speaking perfectly coherently, eloquent sentences, but everyone else only hears grunts and rambling.
so that tower.
Ponda, are you okay?
Has he had a history of doing this before?
No.
No, he hasn't.
Wait, Exodus, can I ask for clarification on something?
Yeah.
The sign that I read in Druidic, the other one?
Yeah.
That was what in zombies?
Plant monsters.
Plant monsters and zombies, okay.
Plant monsters and zombies.
How about?
Also, sorry, you see, I started writing my own curse list, and this happened to be one of them that Exodus got, from my list.
Yep.
This is very inconvenient.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it is.
You just so happen to roll the one that would cause you to not be able to
Relay any information.
relay this information. But I will say, the smoke coming from the tower, it's also coming from kind of a chimney of sorts. And you would have you would have told them that before your mouth went all.
Crocs is
Tower
also from my
chimney.
list.
Ooga, oh my god.
What did you say, Natalie?
Chimney. The one that Krog got earlier was also pulled from my list.
Yes. Oh, which means Kurok.
Tiny.
Kurok is actually still tiny, by the way.
He's just a little dude. While Ponder is trying to remember how to common, I turn to Kurok. I just pick him up and put him over my shoulders.
Kurok?
Ponder. I think he might still not be here.
Okay. But as you do this,
I feel
he'll.
like I missed a very important development, though.
Maybe.
Oh well, such is life.
But where would you guys like to go? What would you like to do?
So what
Wait.
all do we currently know of Ponder's information?
That
That like we
you
as a party
know-
would actually know in game.
you know. Yes, Ponder.
I got it. So Ponder moves to the front of the car, points over at the tower, It makes like the motion for smoke going up.
I would love to make an attempt to understand what he is trying to say.
Wait, hold on. Can I counteract my own curse? Yes, I could. I
mean, you're the DM.
I could totally counteract my own curse by having Bart cast comprehend languages.
You know, Bart, he can't complain about us killing if he can't speak. Normally.
This is true. This is very true. Where did my... Hold on.
Although I guess if you cast comprehend languages, you'll be the only one to understand his ramblings.
Yes. Tell you what, I will let Sky attempt to try and decipher what he's trying to say first. Sky, if you will, roll an insight check, and Ponder roll performance, please.
Okay.
This ain't looking good.
14.
Hey, you know what? I'll allow it. He just does so good at trying to convey what he's trying to say. You kind of get the gist of it. He's pointing to the tower. He's pointing up at the smoke. You kind of get the gist that, hey, maybe there's someone in there. It might be good to check there. It might also be good to check the one down south. But currently the information...
Also giant spiders.
Yes, giant spiders. But I will say, the information you would know would be to the south, there's a cottage with smoke rising out of the chimney, and there are lights, like a flickering candle in the window, and at the tower, you see something kind of similar, but the smoke is a bit more greenish.
Well, it has been drawn to my attention that Ponder has seen smoke coming out of a tower. And Ponder, you're wanting us to go there?
Kind of like looks up for a minute, shrugs.
Got it. I did not catch any of that.
I mean, we could. I think it's closer to us than the other one is.
Ponder points to the south, does 2 thumbs up, points to the tower, does 1 thumbs up.
So either way, it should be fine.
It was good.
Okay. Well...
What does everyone else think?
Wait, would I have seen the thumbs up of him pointing south and the 1 thumb up from him pointing north?
Yes.
I mean, not north, to the tower?
Yes.
Okay. I think we should go south. 2 thumbs up's better than 1.
Yes, this is true. Kurok, what do you think? That's what Kurok thinks. So you will all head south to the if I could grab you. You will all head south to the one down there. Passing by houses with doors closed, but they don't have their roofs.
I'm gonna go ahead and go back into my elevated site while we're traveling, by the way.
Yep, you're good.
Exodus, could I do 2 things on the way there?
Yes.
Could I look for anything hidden in any specific languages, given that we were told we were looking for a druid? I'd like to be on the lookout for anything written in druidic. And additionally, I'd also like to, given that it seems like we are in a bit more... given that we're in a bit more of what seems to be places starting to be ran over by being overrun by wildlife again, I'd like to bring ember present again, but not
Yep.
actually like deployed as if it was a combat status.
All right. Roll perception for your looking for druidic.
Because I mean, that goblin, I don't remember his name. Told us about looking for a druid. Well, I ain't doing shit.
Stupid.
I got a 6.
You got a 6. You do see
Yeah.
a sign.
Reroll.
It looks. You could.
You could reroll for a curse. It
Ah,
would be silly.
I'll take the 6.
We'll take the 6.
Aw.
All right. You do see a sign, and from further away, it looks like it's written in Druidic. But as you walk up, you see it actually just says on it, "fuck." It doesn't say "fuck."
That's one help. Oh,
It says "shop of" what was the lady's name that you saved last? Hold on. It says herbology, Drendar's herbology.
Drenbars?
Dendrar's herbology. I tried to get
Dendrar's
yes,
herbology.
yes.
Seems like there's an herb shop nearby. I say as we continue down the trail, but aside from that, I don't do much else aside from
But as
party.
as you walk up to the house with the smoke rising from the chimney, you look at it, and it appears to be in much better condition than the ruined and dilapidated structures nearby. The doors are reinforced with heavy iron bands, and thick shutters are closed, protecting the windows from outside sources. And you all walk up to the door.
Good.
I'd like to stop Bart first. Hey Bart, I don't think we switched out those red brand cloaks that we stole.
And I took mine off.
Oh, shit.
It has been 3 days.
I don't remember ever being mentioned, so I was worried about a knock on someone's door, thinking dressed as criminals.
Well, I mean, you probably still have yours on, but the Crimson Cloak is your character, so.
Well, no, I'm saying like the idea I have for my cloak's is a bit different, but
That's true.
I'll
That's
just,
true.
I'll just say that I just towed away the red brand cloak then, if we're just gonna say that's the case. So
Yes.
I'll just be back in my normal attire.
All right.
My bad.
But you'll all walk up to the little cottage. Bart will look towards the party. What do you think, fellas? Do you think this is where the druid is?
I mean,
Can I look
Let's
around
take a-
for any symbols of Freyeth or anything?
Roll investigation.
could I look for any additional like druidic symbols around the immediate exterior of the building?
16.
You could. Ponder, you don't really see any. You see something that looks kind of similar. Given that this is an older town, it's likely that at some point the symbol of Freyeth may have looked different than what you're used to now.
Or they might have gotten a different interpretation of it or something.
Yes.
Did you say last roll to look for symbols?
Yes.
15.
There's nothing.
Oh shit. I might be looking for a lot more symbols. He may be out of symbols.
There's no symbols anyways. It didn't give me any. I've been coming up with them off the top of my head.
Improvisation.
This seems like half of your job as the DM, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But as you walk up. He'll knock on the door. Probably didn't hear that, but that's okay. And he will walk up, and the door will swing open. Oh, adventurers! Hello. Come in. And that is where we'll end the session.
Motherfucker.
God damn it.
Damn it.
Well, it's 11 o'clock.
I know.
I'm assuming... I know Connor has to go to bed. I'm assuming Nathan's probably tired.
Yeah, I mean, if this wasn't the end, I was going to ask you to take over Kurok for a little while.
Don't you worry, fellas. I have a feeling next week's session will be exciting, to say the least.
Oh yeah, having to fight some giant spiders,
Decay.
a bunch of plant creatures, some zombies while we're at it,
and maybe something else. And maybe something else.
You know,
and an adult green dragon that he just happened to have on standby.
You know, it might be a good idea for me to eventually devolve that information that I found later to Barney.
Yes, it may be a good idea.
Because I think my entire response was like, that's funny.
And it kept walking,
That's wild.
But yes.
All right, well, DM, would you like to talk us out for the end of stream?
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for joining and watching us do this interesting story. I say interesting, that's the best word I could come up with it. But thank you so much for watching. And I will see everyone in the next one. Stay safe, travelers.